straight to the brain. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Don't you know who my daddy is?
That Hunter Biden was trading on his father's office to make 50 grand a month from the Ukrainians. In October, he admitted it.
The fact that you were the son of the course. Yeah, no, what role do you think that played?
I think that it is impossible for me to be on any of the boards that I just mentioned without saying that I'm the son of the Vice President of the United States.
Son of Joe Biden, and boy, it's tough. I put the crack in the pipe and smoke it up. I like every day I'm tweaking, laptop leaking, pictures of me on a cocaine bender. Quick Pro Joe got me working in the Ukraine gas company directing. The only thing I know about gas, you can have it. Now I got 50K a month in my pocket. Board of directors, charisma, I'm smashing. My dead brother's widow, impregnate a stripper. But nothing is better than crack cocaine when you're rich and famous in the Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show, an open panel Saturday night extravaganza. Speakers Corner Online is the platform, and I am your host, Manny Sinder. Please allow me a second to plug in my headset. Excuse me, hopefully you can hear me. Need to plug in this. Right, I think we are set to go. I have no idea who's coming on today. Whoever comes on, comes on.
You got some audio issues by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Right, can you hear me?
Right. Hi there, Manny. How are you?
I'm looking for what's his name? Taxi. Taxi wanted to talk to me in that man's house. Are you at Anfield?
No.
Yeah, me too.
Attack helicopter today. Okay. Manny, you're on. Hi there, Manny. I think you might be on mute, bro. No?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
a bit weird. I don't know why my audio is doing that. All right, you can hear me now. That's good. Fine. Right, let me start again for the fourth time. God. You know, I've said in the past that Muslims are most likely the best place to sort out the grooming crisis, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, well, check this video out. So after watching this video, you tell me, how is a non-Muslim supposed to think that Muslims have the right headspace to sort out anything like grooming gangs? Watch this.
Manny, I don't think there's any volume on this.
Did you hear that?
No, there's no volume on it, Manny.
Ah, damn, what's going on? Okay, bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, that's no worries, mate. How's your day been anyway?
My day's been, it was okay until I started this stream. It was pretty good, dude. But now, okay, I'm gonna try now. Okay, stop sharing. Do this, do that, Brave tab. Could you hear it then?
No. No.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. Anyway, do you reckon you can narrate it? Do you know what the basis of that is?
Well, basically, Jordan M is saying that the reason why they don't have a female imam is because men can't take their eyes off women.
Oh, that's true. Sadly, yeah. I mean, that's what their culture breeds, isn't it? It's masculinity, pseudo science world that claims to make sense, but none of it does.
Right. So he's basically saying that Muslim men, even in a place of worship, cannot keep at least their eyes, if not their hands, to themselves. So if that is the case, and that is the thought process of this community, then no wonder no one's come forward to sort out the grooming gangs, because they kind of have this mindset or have this opinion that women shouldn't be there in the first place.
No, I think that their mindset is if your men are away, they're going to come and play. I think that's this a bit. I mean, we say men, and we mean like men, like the ones that we used to have once upon a time that used to roam all the lands. But we've all been demasculated, you know. Like we've heard of the MGTOW Motown movement, whatever it's called. You know, where all these men are cucks and are only happy to be. And it's just a part of the downplay of what society brings onto it. You know, it's just unfortunate the Muslims have found a, let's just say, a niche part of Bradford where their crimes go unchallenged, like they have in many parts of the world with gang exploitation of women and, you know, marital rape and social service failures, where they're now in a position where they're loaning out their girls to criminals, you know, for a price. So that and many million other problems, you know, again, all orchestrated by very weak-minded religious people that don't really want to resolve this issue.
Indeed. All right. So, do you know who Candace Owens is?
Sort of, yeah. I've heard of her work.
I found this great video. Hopefully, the audio is going to come through. Let me see if I can play it.
There's no accountability. I mean, I don't understand.
Yes.
If I can log into my bank account and see every dollar I spent, why can't the American taxpayer log into a government bank account and see every single dollar that they spent? We have the technological means for that.
Yes.
You know, that would completely change the way so many people voted. It completely change their perspectives about all of these policies when you see how easy our government is just able to money launder. This is what we're talking about. We talk about this never-ending war hawks who keep wanting to go to war because there's no accountability. They just say, we're doing war in Ukraine. We're doing war in Afghanistan. We're doing war in Syria. So you have to go, billions of dollars have been taken away. It's out of your pocket. The American people, you need to understand this is just a money laundering operations. I mean, 10 years of a war in Afghanistan for us to leave. We couldn't even take back the billions of dollars worth of weapons and we just left them on the soil for the Taliban to take over. I mean, every single American should be outraged. And that's why I say that we have to remain focused and understand the enemies for us, for the American people, are not in Ukraine or Russia. They are sitting down in Congress on Capitol Hill. Those are the enemies of the American people.
Dude, that's a bit powerful and very accurate, would you not say?
100%. 100%. See, and this is the problem that we always seem to have. It's this transparency. I mean, we've even got our own people that are victims to this, shouting it out, no, we need privacy. Like, bro, like, what privacy do you think you have? Like, what privacy do you think you have that you think you're going to give up for a chance of, like, real accountability? Like, where? Like, what did you think you have? Like, we found out that the banks could, like, the government could stop your bank account, stop this thing that we all assumed that wasn't possible, you know, with this iPhone security. Oh no, only iPhone now. No, that's been proven wrong. Oh, we're told about the cryptocurrency that's unhackable and untraceable. Oh, bang, what? They could find out who owns it and stop it instantly. Like, it's an illusion. Like, we know most of this country, like, according to the report, that they've got every square inch of this planet mapped up from space, you know, or wherever it is. For the flat earthers, will say the orbit or the outer hemisphere, call it what you may. Understand me? But like, it's only us gullibles that are paying the true price of it. You know, the mother that's looking for the child, you know, the parents that wondering where their teenage kid has gone missing. You know, it's us that are paying the price for it. And
are you a flat earther, Hassan?
You know what? I never used to be, bro. I used to be, but at the moment, you know what? I don't believe absolutely fuck all this government says, and I mean fuck all. Like, if a conspiracy theorist come out tomorrow and said that air is not air, there's a good chance that I'm going to go, you know what? There's a fucking case to this. I better look into it. Because at the moment, there's nothing that they're saying that is matching up. Absolutely fucking nothing. No, nothing. And when it gets to that stage, like, this is the thing that we were speaking before about, you know, like the press have got a role in society, you know, our politicians have a role in society. And when these roles have been failed so badly, this is what is expected. Now, people are so, oh, I don't know, you know, and instead of going, yeah, no, the world is round, don't be silly, you know, air is air, don't be silly, you know, the war in Ukraine is a war, don't be silly, you know, the media is talking out about all this abuse, don't be silly, but we're not there. We're the, you know, upside down clown world today. And has been for the last.
Do check this out. I haven't been able to get hold of the actual full document. I certainly got hold of the cover. So this is a document created by Consent, which is an organization which is all about a parent's voice in healthcare. But look at the opposite and doublethink that they request us, the public, to do. So a parent's voice in healthcare is their subtitle. But the document is all about empowering children to make informed medical decisions. Just let that sink in for a bit. empowering children to make informed medical decisions. And it just reminds me of how countries like North Korea and China actually call themselves the People's Republic, right? And when they're completely the opposite, it's just double think that you need. But anyway, what do you think of this? Obviously, we haven't got the document here to go through it, even for a review. But don't you think it's just criminal to even contemplate programming children to make the decision that your government wants you to make?
Very true. Very true. I mean, again, what makes me sort of like question, why does these kind of things have to exist? Like, to the point where we got such a stupid population that people can't make informed decisions, or do we have people that have got this sanctimonious right that's been given to them by predecessors that hold religious ideologies that sanction their kids from getting medical health care? Like, for example, the Greek Orthodox Church. And I'm not 100% sure, but I remember something about them that they don't allow medical intervention. Like, it's up to God. Like, what do you do then? Like, I'm that kind of person that, nah, fuck it, bring in the law. Bring in the law. Because if there's people out there that are just holding these like unlogistical viewpoints, then what choice do they have? But my logical side is saying this is so open to abuse because of a select few that just can't see the wood for the trees, you know. And like, it's sad. It's fucking sad. But this is the byproduct, you know. You kick the fathers out of the house, you know. You split up the family nucleus, and now you get the kid to go up against the own structure that they've got in that family. And I'm assuming this is aimed for kids going up against their mothers. Is my, sinister side of my brain going, I bet you this is what this is about. Again, easy pickings for the kids. There's already a talk today in regards to the World Economic Forum in regards to human programming. Well, if you look at this policy and the upcoming events that they've got planned, and if you could put 2 and 2 together, you could see how that policy is going to really benefit them. And what's your view?
Well, I just think it's very, very dangerous, and I just think it's there's 2 tiers to it. Half the population are just brain dead, and they're walking into it, and they're being led by the establishment, and half the population are aware of it. However, they don't seem to feel that they have any power to make a significant change, right? And that's because we live in a fake democracy, right? People think democracy is the will of the people, but democracy is actually the will of the ruling elite, with disguised as what people think is democracy. So I've sat down and thought about it long and hard, and the only umbrella solution is that we all use technology and create a new revised system of democracy, not to reinvent democracy, but just to upgrade it so the will of the people is delivered. And the only solution, and I've been saying it for years on these live streams, is to use blockchain technology, or certainly technology to allow the people to do the voting. So why do we vote for corrupt politicians who then go ahead and vote for things the lobbyists want them to vote for? When I say lobbyists, I'm talking about corrupt people who corrupt politicians. So they present laws to Parliament, they vote in accordance with what the lobbyists want them to vote in return for money, cash, and shares, and all these other
So you'd be up for like having this more like a transparent style system where you would know who's interest at heart. I'm assuming right in saying that, Manny?
Yeah, something along those lines. We've just been joined by somebody. Hi, Dave. Is that you?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, mate. So Dave, I was just saying to Hassan that I believe that the current version of democracy is like Purple Effect is saying is Purple Pill Effect. I beg your pardon. It is an illusion that people think democracy that we are living in is the will of the people being delivered, where really that's an illusion. It's the will of the aristocratic ruling classes that are being delivered, and the way it's done that is through a corporate enterprise type structure, that even if a good-hearted person becomes a member of parliament, the lobbyists, i.e. brown paper bag stuff with cash and other benefits, are given to the members of parliament. If you know, it's a lot more complex than that. I'm just simplifying it. And as a consequence, MPs create laws and vote for laws which are not for the benefit of we the people. They're a lot of the time they're not even lawful, let alone legal. But they go ahead and do it, and then the average person gets more and more shut down, or certainly their freedom does. So I think that we're in a position where we can use technology, and that technology would allow us to remove members of parliament as a representative force for we the people, but instead we can use technology to do the voting ourselves. I mean, how many votes do they place a day, a week, a month anyway? Not that many. We could probably do it in one sitting in about an hour or so. We all know what we want to vote for. Even if it takes each household or each adult a week to do that, it's very easily done. This technology is already available. You know, there's multiples of technologies we can even customize to create this. So that's my suggestion for everybody. Guys, what do you think?
How many people do you think feel more comfortable being led, having the decisions not be in their hands? How many people do you think?
Yeah, anybody that follows a collectivized system, anybody that follows a social left-wing system may, or I'm not saying may feel more comfortable, and that's fine. So they could appoint somebody to make that decision for them. But me, as an individual and a member of my country, I would not want anyone to vote for me.
No.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm just saying a lot of people do feel more comfortable being led. A lot of people like living in denial. That's really the main problem that we face, is the amount of people that actually don't want to be engaged or plugged in, or for lack of a better term.
But can let me come in here, because I have two questions, right? First question is, do you guys actually think that's a good idea? And the second question is, if this is a good idea and we want to move forward with it as a country, as a society, we need to do this about 10 years ago, not now, not in 10 years. And we need 10 years ago, because the way the country is going, and the external influences, including immigration, corrupt politicians, and corporations from various parts, and political organizations like World Economic Forum, the EU, so on and so forth. They're so heavily influencing everybody, and let's not even mention how easily the media manipulates and controls and brainwashes the people, that this could probably be the only, if not the last, decent chance that we the people have to deliver true democracy.
I agree with that. To be honest with you, I think we're about 40 years later on this one, since the EU's been into this nation. Like, whoever's got the control for your borders and where democracy lives, that's lost. That's lost that nation as truly. All it is just they're picking off the carcasses. It's what Iran was 40 years ago.
Understand first past the post.
It's what Libya was 10 years ago. And
Manny, people didn't even understand the first past the post. People
of course they do.
They voted to get rid of it. They voted for proportional representation.
Who voted to get rid of it?
The general public. There was a vote.
Did you go vote? So you voted to get rid of what?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. There was a
No,
vote.
no, I don't think you're vote. Yeah, because we're not informed of what these people's
Manny,
policies
do you
are.
understand what I'm saying?
You just want to be led. That's what you're saying. You'd rather just
No,
have a leader that's just going to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
Let's not start jumping to assumptions. I'm talking
I'm
about
just.
there was a vote in regards to proportional representation, and the masses, the public, didn't even understand, and unfortunately, they voted against it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if they can't even get the masses to understand or to get rid of something like that, which would be in their benefit, I believe, how are you going to get them to go along with this idea of direct democracy? I don't know. I think unfortunately people have been purposely not educated. They've politically not educated the masses purposely. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
So it'd
you
be
could
a
easily
massive
do that
overall
by
to
giving
reverse
them
it.
a two-group type questionnaire. Like, for example, someone that's more right-leaning, you'll give them more right-leaning options. And for those that are left-leaning, like if you really wanted a very simple system, you could have that kind of approach to it.
What I'm
And
saying
also
is
you could have,
the
if you want to
machine
know
will
the
convince the
answer, if you want to know an answer, you should at
He
least
doesn't
give someone the
understand.
opportunity to say. You could also have advisors there to explain to people.
The machine
Like,
will convince the masses that it's not in their benefit, and unfortunately, the masses will go along with it because the
Find the
masses
machine.
are
but
Find
that's
the
if
machine.
that's what you want it to do.
find the machine.
Again, if you want true democracy, if there's going to be a change, if you're going to put in a change, it's not sensible to put in a change that's not going to be changed. Like he's saying that
it would take a
if you want a
tremendous amount of
referendum
money.
system, we
No, so
spend a
it's not.
tremendous amount of money
It's direct
otherwise.
democracy. It does. He has actually is implementing. And I can't remember what other country it's in, but I think it's somewhere like
Norway, I
Switzerland.
believe, has a system. Yeah, Switzerland has that sort of system,
But it would
and
take
it
a
works.
tremendous amount of money to actually counteract the machine and to get people to go along with it. That's basically what I'm saying. It's the
Dave
finances
Smith,
aren't
do
there.
you know that you get only 3% of the capital that currently goes to your market? The other 97's in their hands. I mean,
Yeah,
with
that's the
that,
point
just
I'm
that
making.
swift of, yeah, well, what I'm trying to explain is that only takes writing
Too
of a
rich
pen
and
to
too
change that.
powerful.
That's all.
What?
Even from 3%, you could build up. There's people that build up with well less than 3%. I mean, you've got to see what the demographics of the people are. You're
Well,
living in a
that's what
country
you
where
would
people
need.
are
Someone with
educated,
the.
Dave. They're
That's what you would need.
educated.
Someone with the
We live in a
finances. Well,
secular nation
yeah.
where we've got good health. I think you might need a little bit more confidence in your fellow brothers and sisters, bro. I don't see why. Like, we're not living in a country where literacy's,
Not really. The masses are convinced. We're now down to the point where people, the machines portraying Russell Brand as being some kind of far right fucking activist.
Who's believing the Russian media machine? No one's
No,
believing
not the
that. No
Russian.
one's sending.
I never said Russians, not the Russians. The machine. When everyone gets out of line, or they're not towing the line, and they're not spouting what the machine wants it to spout, they'll just ultimately label them as a racist or as far right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
It's
if you go
too
portray
easy for them.
those messages, well, that's what you're going to be narrated as.
But Russell Brand is not portraying those messages, and they're still
And
trying to malign him as far right. Do you understand
he's,
what I'm saying to you?
yeah, and do you understand that his following is getting bigger so that it's not working?
But at some point, they will shut him down, right? Because I'd say the machine is
No,
about 1,000 to they've got, what 1,000 goals to what the other side's zero. Because eventually they always win, right? I can't see Russell Brand
that's the
leading
same
a revolution.
analogy. It's again, it goes back to that same analogy. If you burn all the religious books and then all the science books, none of the religious books will come back, but eventually the science book will come back because there's people that's always going to be in the pursuit of getting that, and they know
But
this. It's just
man
that.
will always create some kind of higher being. It's in
And
human nature.
what do you think what are the ones that want to change? It's not the animals that want to change it, Dave. It's man that wants and women that want to change it for a better system.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, do you seriously have like no confidence in your fellow brothers and sisters that would? Is that the concern that you might have?
Well, the game's lost. If you think, I think the game is lost. I think it's over. I don't see. If you actually did start some kind of movement, what would they do? Just invade another country where that becomes the main headline, where that dominates everything around you? They can shift markets like nobody's business. You can't compete
It
with.
doesn't matter. It's irrelevant where the market shifts. As
So
long as
how
their
do you
narrative
compete with that? How do you compete with
easy,
that?
you stop paying into it and putting into it, and you
Look
get
at
to
you in regards to Tommy Robinson.
before. Yeah, and look at what happened to Tommy Robinson and how he got exposed. And now look at him.
No, they
There's a
convince you
perfect
that
example.
he's the bad guy.
No,
When in
no,
reality,
they
he
don't
was the one leading a revolution.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
He was nearly the one. He nearly
He
convinced.
galvanized the working classes, and the establishment was not going to have that. So they shut him down. And people like you went along with it.
Oh, wait, hold on. As what? He was portrayed as the working class when he was not. When the facts come out that he was Israeli backed. He's Israeli backed.
See, this is what I'm
Do you
talking
remember?
about.
Excuse me. Sorry. Let me correct you. Do you remember the time when he was at the Old Bailey? Do you remember there was that blonde woman at the back, the one with the toupee, the one that he said that this is the one that supported him? Do you remember that person?
But Hassan, what I'm saying to you
No, Dave,
Tommy Robinson
Dave,
galvanized the working classes,
Dave,
and people like you
David,
went along with the establishment.
David. When that news come out, that's the day that I stopped following Tommy, because guess what? You get to find out what these people really happen from him. And the day that he claimed that he was going to be transparent, and he chose not to be, and the day he said that he was going to be transparent and chose not to be, the day that he made promises and failed to deliver, these are all his downfalls. So guess what? That's what it comes down to. So you might have thought that he was the one, and we all followed, but we all found out that he was just full of shit.
Or
now
he galvanized the working class.
Whatever.
And that scared the shit out of the establishment. So they did everything they could to shut him down, and people like you went along with it.
Yeah, they shut him down, didn't they?
Yeah, because he was shut down the ball. See, this is the bit where he was shut down the ball, wasn't he?
Shut down the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Listen to what you just said, you Dave. Like, you know what? Don't start racking me up now. Okay, I'm trying to talk sensible with you. If you don't understand that word, you are seriously a dimwit.
What, racking the ball?
No, if he's shut down the ball, if he's if you can close him off, if you can close him off, and he's allowing that to happen, okay, because he's getting backed by the wrong horse, and he's spouting off messages when he's claiming he's not, doing things for supporting the poor abused girls of Telford, and then snorting up white lie and doing fuck all about the girl. Guess what? Yeah, the message comes out that you're not really for the working class.
Do you know what's worse than
that?
Hassan, my friend, it's worse than that. You know the e-celebrity Lauren Southern? She's quite famous in all the circles. Allegedly, one of the Tommy Cruise had raped her. So so much for your protection of fucking women, isn't there? Yeah,
exactly.
Your own crew are.
Do you have evidence
that come up? And the paedophiles that were exposed in it as well, Manny.
Do you have evidence of that, Rob?
I don't get involved in these things. Check the evidence. Check the Telegram channels.
Do you have it with you?
I personally don't get involved, but it'll be very easy to find. Just go to the Telegram channel.
Yeah, you can't make an accusation like that without providing some material where you've got your thought process from it.
The material is out there on Telegram. Go look at it yourself.
Yeah, not every single human being, not every single human being can troll through every single amount of data online and come to the same conclusion. We all have our different lives, professions, and focus points. So that type of blanket statement is nonsense.
Okay, well, like you say, you can defend Tommy if you like.
Tommy Robinson's not been accused of actually doing the crime, is it? So if you're going to blame him for the crime of another person, I would say your argument's flawed to begin with. But and she actually came out and said she was raped.
Why would you? Wait, do you mind asking you guys? Why is it so out of the perspective of reality?
Hi, love.
Why is that so out of the touches of reality? It's not like these people haven't been found of paedophilia. It's not being that they come out as con people. It's not like they
can I just
are clean set
sorry,
people.
Hassan. Can I just say that Ralph is incorrect. It wasn't Lauren Southern. It's just gossip that goes around on Telegram, and there is no evidence. But it was not. It was not Lauren Southern.
I thought that. Yeah, I was thinking that trying to do it.
Big up Brian Harvey.
Yeah, big up Brian Harvey. Yeah. So just putting that right, because it's not fair on Lauren Southern to be saying that she's been raped when she hasn't. So.
Quite right. Thank you, Wendy. I think that's important to do that. Thank you. How you been anyway, Wendy? You
okay. Yeah, just watching.
You doing your data harvesting, are you?
just watching.
Come back.
Ralph,
Hassan, behave yourself.
Idiot. Listen to them defend Tommy. From defending from what?
Not defending him. I heard somebody say, Ralph say that apparently poor Lauren Southern had been raped and she hasn't. To me, it's not fair to say that about a lady when she hasn't been raped.
Yeah, that's I would say wild, but it's Ralph, isn't it? So what can I say?
Oh yeah, exactly. Agent 1, he wishes.
Yeah, it's not like Tommy don't lie.
I'm not saying Tommy doesn't lie. I'm not saying
like he don't go around taking a whole load of fucking money from people.
I'm not saying that neither.
That are in
I'm going to step in when somebody decides to make up.
It's not like
lies about
lies and then does a lot of.
Isn't his right hand man Danny got a whole wife abuse beating?
Scumbag.
Who was beating his wife, Ralph?
Danny Thomas.
And Avi Yemeni.
Yes.
And Avi Yemeni. He only goes out with wife beaters a cunt. He only goes out with wife beaters a wanker. And Avi Yemeni.
See, Ralph, I don't have a problem with what is actually the truth, but I can't bear people gossiping about women when it's lies.
Yeah, Wendy's not much of a fan of Tommy Robinson these days.
Yeah, Wendy doesn't be
still on your Tommy Robinson mission. Ralph's still on his
Tommy hoes, man. That's all they are, man. Trust me.
What's his name again? It's not Tommy. It's not even his name, is it? What's his real name? What's his name today?
Stephen, huh?
Anyway.
Because if he's going to do anything, man, apart from take a whole load of money from destitute people that are in no way in a place to give money, and then go down to his local white line artist and smash it up his nose.
You guys are obsessed.
That's all we ever know.
Let me ask you a question, right? So let me ask you a question. So just imagine that you are taking, let's just switch it from grooming gang. Let's just say you're taking on, I don't know, give me a topic. So you're taking on traffic.
Let's just say trafficked women. Yeah, let's just
traffic women, right? And every type of traffic woman in the UK. Now, say you want to do that full time. Now, is that the type of thing that you can do while going to work in a factory, in an office, in a trading house, in whatever it is that you want to do? Is it something that you would request, like say, look, guys, can you give me some donations so I can do this on a full-time basis? You've got to be real here.
Yeah, no. See, one second. But you always forget to address that this wasn't a grassroots system where this would have been the healthy approach to get this problem sorted. You failed to mention that this money that he's getting is backed by interest group that want the fucking very demise of not just the girl. They want the boys to be in the same demise, the men to be in the same demise. Yeah, you forget to mention that, Manny. You forget to mention that.
No. What happened?
You carry on. I'll let you carry on now.
Yeah. Before you accuse me of beginning to forget.
Yeah, no, that's what I don't accuse you. That's been proven, mate.
You did.
I don't need to accuse you. It's been proven.
You did.
It's been proven.
You have to be consciously aware of the words you utter and the things you mean. You just accused me of something, and you did.
Yeah, no, I'm accusing the person that is funding them.
I'll come back to your point, and I'll finish my original point. And my second part of my original point was obviously he would need to, or anybody, or even you, if it's you, Dave, Hassan, or whoever, in that type of situation where you're helping these poor women or whoever the inflicted party is, you would need to and want to live doing this job full time, and then you would need some kind of financial assistance, because the people who facilitate it, i.e. the establishment, they're going to give you a government salary, are they? Now, secondly, now, if your argument is that maybe Tommy Robinson has misspent some of the money that was donated, yeah, that's a conversation to be had. If you're trying to tell me that you were in Tommy's position and you would only ask for the donation so you can buy a bottle of water and a packet of Walker's crisps so you can then get to work taking on the bad guys, you are living in woo-woo land, and you might as well go.
Oh, mate, you know what, Manny? You just go on your spill to make yourself sound really great.
Let me respond to one minute. Let me respond to what you said about interest groups. I think what you said. Now, I didn't fully understand the point. Now, if you're going to be able to calmly tell me what you mean by that point, I'm all ears. Explain it to me.
All right. The money that backs him also backs the fact that, you know what, when this all goes to shit, like they want it to go to shit, it's not going to really matter.
Yeah,
like,
so you're talking about lobbying.
As long as there is money, like, just keep looking here while we keep taking there. Like, all right, so we're going to stop. We're going to look at, let's stop and let's all look at the Muslim rape gang and not worry about the international Israeli.
So, Hassan, what have you done to stop the rape, the gang?
Let's forget the international Jewish.
Hassan, what have you done to stop these?
No, Welly, shut your fucking mouth.
What have you done?
Again, I'm here to make sure.
That would be a zero.
Again, I'm making sure.
That'd be a nil. That'd be a nothing.
Guess what? That we get a lot more of your ones as well as our ones. I'm up for my ex-culture to get penalised for their disgusting act. You seem to not want that, Wendy. You're like, oh no, not our ones.
So let me get this right. Weird. So let me get this right, Hassan. This is your point. So let's just use a metaphor. You're saying that if you're a racing car driver, because everybody else is racing in a Ferrari and you're racing in, I don't know, a Datsun or something, that you're not even going to bother turning up to the track because there's no point. Right? You're saying
no. What I'm saying is, let me give you the analogy.
Let me get a word in. Yeah, the independent newspaper researched and audited £400,000 that Tommy took from ordinary working class people, 5-way telepop, and spent it on cocaine and clothes and prostitutes.
Well, hang on a minute.
So why didn't you look at that?
Ralph, you're a great claimer of not believing the media, right? And yet we've got to listen to the independent for some reason. How funny is that?
Why don't you just shut up, Manny?
You cannot come to
listen to mainstream media unless Ralph wants us to.
Ralph,
how
funny
is that?
People can check
guys, let me get a word in edgeways here. Ralph, just because you convince yourself and you say something convincing, don't ever expect somebody with more than a few brain cells to not kind of decipher what you're saying. Just because you're saying something in a serious tone doesn't make it less bullshit.
Well, that's just the same thing, Manny. Have you looked at you're just talking about me, you're doctor, you're just defending Team Tommy. Have you looked into the fact? Have you looked at the court order that's a restraining order on Tommy Robinson yourself?
Yeah, it was mentioned to me.
Okay, so it was mentioned to me.
I'm waiting for the evidence to be brought to me. Yeah.
So hang on, what's the restraining order got to do with anything?
Because this is a man who's been threatening violence against women. Danny Tomo's right hand man, I believe you shared a stage, has beaten up a woman. Do you want to see the photographs of the woman?
Well, hang on.
You want to defend him? Why are you defending him?
Oh, because you hate
That's a
Muslims.
question. Why would you defend someone that goes to someone and beats a
Danny
woman up?
Tomo, hang on.
You're a
Danny
scumbag.
Tomo beat up his wife, I believe, yeah? Is that right?
A scumbag.
Well, did he or didn't he? If you know so much, Hassan.
Have you seen the photographs of the woman beaten up by Danny? Have you seen the photographs?
So was that his wife?
Yeah, would you want to see the photographs?
Well, he's wrong. I don't like Danny Tomo. I never have.
Oh, okay. So there we go. How about Manny Sinder? Why do
I mean, he also kidnapped someone, didn't he? He also kidnapped. He also kidnapped someone.
Manny, why didn't you?
And then what happened was they realised they kidnapped the wrong person.
Can we all take it in turns to talk? Can we all
But Manny, I'm saying, why didn't you stand on the stage? Why didn't you go challenge Danny Tomo on violence against women?
I want to see the evidence. Have you brought the evidence with this? Can I have a look? Have you brought the evidence with this? So I can have a look.
Go look at the evidence yourself.
I'll tell you what, Ralph. I'll tell you what, Ralph. I've heard about Nazis being fly. Bring the evidence. Let me have a look. I'm open to it.
Don't trust me. You won't trust it, Manny. You won't trust it. But you guys are shouting at me. Don't trust me. Manny, don't trust me. You go look at it yourself, so you can't trust Ralph.
Where do I go?
Where do I go? Oh, okay. Suddenly you don't know where to go for information.
Well, why don't you bring it?
I know where to go for the information that I look at.
Manny. It won't be hard to find it.
I don't need to. You're not my teacher. I'm not a Nazi, and I don't want to become a Nazi.
No.
If you have information and you can present it, let's have it. I've even asked you to give me the location to where I can go get the information, and then what did you do? You tried to say to me, "Oh, Manny,
I
can get information."
That's what I said.
Manny, though. That's the reason why, though.
I said, don't trust Ralph. I said, don't trust Ralph.
Nobody trusts Ralph.
Do it yourself, right?
No, nobody
trusts Ralph.
And this is the thing with you, Ralph.
Ralph, bring these so-called photos.
But you've never got any evidence with you.
No, Ralph, can you please produce the photographs?
Can we go back to initially when Ralph said that Lauren Southern had been raped, and then we've established now that that didn't happen.
No,
and now we're on to another allegation of it. So either this has been proven in a court of law, or I don't know, but you are just gaslighting at the moment.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, proven in a court of law that he beat a woman.
But we're not Danny Tomo.
Hang on. But you were talking about photographs. So can you bring the photographs?
Go look at the
ludicrous. Unless you've got evidence, Ralph, I'm going to remove you from the stream because you're just making unfounded.
So this is a pro Tommy Robinson channel.
Do you have evidence? It's not pro Tommy Robinson channel.
It looks like it.
You want to see the evidence. Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence?
No, I'm saying don't trust it.
And this is what James S did to you. This is what James S did to you on the Manny Singer live show.
Fabricate the evidence, man.
1 minute. I'm going to let you back on in a second. But this is what James S did to Ralph on the Manny Sinder live channel when Ralph used to go around calling black people X, Y, and Z and all these different names. Right, and coming up with these bogus charts and all this other rubbish. So James S, with all his faults, he actually even tried to arrange a debate where Ralph would actually bring the evidence. And do you know what Ralph did? 1 minute he's in Spain, next minute he's on business, wouldn't answer the messages, and he's doing the same old shit again. Right, so I'm going to let you back on now. Now, what we want you to do, we're open here, right? This is not my channel. I don't care what topics are discussed here. If you want to criticize somebody, you can. But however, as some kind of mediocre host, I do want, if anybody's going to make strong accusations, and bring the evidences. And the other thing is, don't be so low IQ, Ralph, and say things like, "Oh, haven't you done your research?" Not every single human being can collect, read, and comprehend all the data on the internet, in the libraries, or anywhere else. You have to provide the evidence for the accusations you're meeting. Now, come on in and let's see the evidence, please.
I'll do it once more, but you don't provide evidence, so you can't say that I would. So, did you provide evidence when you opened your mouth and said Muslims have a mindset?
You said there was photos.
Hang on, Manny, can you mute her? I'm here to talk to you.
One minute. Wendy, one minute. Let me
mute her
have
from
a
the backstage
conversation.
like you did for me. Otherwise, you'll be shown to be biased again.
No, she.
Okay, right. She was shut up when you made you shut up, right? Good,
So
thank you,
so you're saying when I made the reference,
you put a speech. You made a speech. Put me in the backstage. Now it's my turn to speak, isn't it?
No, 1 minute.
Unless you're just shitting, unless you're being paid by Tommy.
I'm the host. I'm the host. You're not taking
okay,
control
you're the host of the
panel.
Manny channel.
So you're
the Tommy
saying
channel,
I'm trying to get everybody. 1 minute. I'm trying to get everybody onto a point. So you're referring to the gentleman video I shared at the beginning, where remind me of the name, please.
You can't get a word in. You're just still speaking. You
I'm
spoke
setting
for
up the
25
scene for you.
sentences.
I'm setting up the scene for you, Rolf. Okay. So somebody help me in the chat with the name of the chap that I was referring to. He used to go to Speaker's Corner. He's now a big Jordan M. So I played a video of Jordan M doing one of his things that he does where he plays a double role. And in the double role, he says that Muslim men cannot pray behind a female imam, because generally women can't keep their hands or eyes off them. And I said, I've been a supporter of the idea that Muslims are the best people to deal with grooming gangs. But if this is the mindset, then I take it back. Now Ralph is going to tell me what's wrong with that. Ralph, the floor is yours.
Oh, no, let's make this clear. You've done this twice. I get to speak about what I want, or it's not free speech. Do you agree? You spoke. First agreement.
The floor is yours.
But you just say, I'm going to boot you. In which case, I want off. I would just say, this is a Tommy Robinson Islamophobic channel. Do you get to use your free speech here or not? Yes or no?
Are you pro free speech?
I'm waiting for your answer, because your answer determines
what happens. You're not for free speech.
Good, thank you. It is a free speech
let Ralph, please. Ralph speak.
Just checking it is a free speech channel, not a speech Manny likes to hear channel. Okay.
No,
so you came on saying you have made a claim that you say Muslims are this, Muslims are that, and I want to bring you evidence for Muslims that. I'm saying.
I didn't say that. That's false. I didn't say that.
See, again, you don't. I thought you wanted me to speak. Okay, great.
So yeah, but you can't lie. You can't lie.
Okay, so you get to interrupt when someone does, but if I interrupt you, you boot me.
I'm the host.
Who owns this channel anyway? You don't
I'm the host.
Transparency. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a society where everyone knows everything and people know? Let me play Candace on. So
what is he rambling on about, Manny? He's gone right off topic here.
It's okay. Once if he carries on doing this, then we know what he's about. Let him expose.
So who owns the channel, man? Yeah, good, man. So who owns this channel that's all about free speech and openness and transparency? And Candace runs. So, simple question: people want to know. The people want to know for Speaker's Corner. Who runs and owns this channel?
People don't want to know nothing.
I do. I'm asking.
You're just trying to get off the subject.
No. I'm asking a simple question. Who runs and owns the channel?
I'm asking you where the photos are.
I'm asking Manny, not you, dear. Manny, have you got to answer the question, or is this a secret channel? Who owns the channel?
You can't provide photos.
Who runs this channel?
I own the channel.
Is it a secret? Is it a secret channel?
I am Spartacus.
So you see what I mean? This is what I mean. This is how easy it is to blow it away. On one hand, you play a video, let's all have free speech. The people deserve to know. I want direct democracy.
You're an idiot, Ralph.
I want direct democracy. The people should be able to know everything in the truth. My first question is, who owns this channel? Radio silence. Oh, guys, this is too amateur.
Are you going to tell us where these photos are then?
And, you come back.
Are you going to tell us where these photos are, or are you just going to ramble?
Ralph, you're literally tap dancing for about 5 people in the chat, man. It ain't that serious. Come on, calm down.
Exactly.
Fucking hell. Gaslighting like you won't believe. Calm down, man.
What's it? Where's he gone? Can you believe that, Wendy? What?
Yeah, it's just rambling on. Who owns the channel all of a sudden?
This is what James did to him. James asked him, pinned him down, bring your evidence for what you're saying, and we'll have a debate. And he couldn't. And it's embarrassing for him.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the show's pretty embarrassing the way you guys are hosting, to be honest with you, Manny.
Oh, Hassan.
I'll be brutal. Well, you laugh. You've literally...
What's wrong with Brian Harvey tonight?
As much as I disagree with his viewpoints, then I agree that he's a total fascist when it comes to it. He made some excellent points in regards to being given the opportunity to talk and
Hang
it's
on,
been taken away
Hassan.
from it
He was
immediately.
given the opportunity to
As
answer Manny's
Wendy,
question.
your currently barking dog is doing. Just want to point that out.
So he was given the opportunity to answer Manny's question. I asked him where the photographs were. He couldn't do none of that. He went rambling on about who the hell owns the channel. I mean, who cares?
What do you mean exactly? Like the evidence in regards to the chemtrails that we were trying to discuss about 3 days ago. Like, do you need any more hypocritical points that we'd like to be pointed out?
No, he said
live
there's
on
photographs,
live now?
and I asked him to provide the photographs.
He initially came on and said Lauren Southern had
And
been
yeah,
raped.
his first wrong statement.
I'm just saying.
How dare you say about a woman that she's been raped? The guy should be
Exactly.
arrested if he thinks about it. The fact that we let him on the channel for long as he did, I'm the one that's going to get into trouble and have a word like, "Why did you?"
Wait, hold on. Did you make that claim, or did he?
He did.
No, do me a favor, man. Get off your white horse, bro.
Right, he did. You got put in the back chat last week.
Get off your white horse. Shit. And can I ask you a question? Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
You can't just come along and start abusing people.
We're
not living in the cloud.
Listen to me. Listen to me. No one's abusing no one here. You know what it is? Is that they're seeing some injustice happening and they're not happy about it.
Well, no one's happy about it.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay.
No one's happy about any injustice. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the fact that your narrative doesn't change, even though you do have the proof, that's contrary to what you've been telling others. Like in regards to Tommy Robinson, it's like the proof is how much more do you really fucking need?
Yeah,
and is there really? And it really is there a chance that you are going to change? And does that really matter?
To any evidence?
No, you're not.
Mind. No, you just want to control how I think, Hassan.
I'm not. I just come to a realization of that's what it is. Because we've told you that he's Israeli back. Okay,
so what you told me, I don't give a flying fuck what you tell me. I want
exactly.
Where's the evidence?
Even though that the evidence is there to see, like there was a woman standing beside him, the one that I'm telling you is standing beside him. Like that evidence is not enough now. Like that evidence is not enough now.
Clarify that point, please.
The one when he was outside the Old Bailey.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. All right, that one.
No.
The one that he said that he's getting backed by her. That very one. The one that Rebel Media backs. That very one. Yeah. Like, well, how much fucking more evidence you fucking need, bro?
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. What woman are you referring to?
Oh, fucking hell, man. Just go back on the videos and catch up, bro.
Listen, am I don't look. Is this what it's like talking?
Like, I'm gonna remember her name and just go, yeah. You know, it was that woman's name, the one that had no relevance in my life.
You should go away and actually find the name and perhaps even get us a link.
No, I don't need to do your homework, Manny. If you want to like get to a point of like having to accept it, and maybe want to do your own.
This is what you're saying.
What was my figment of my imagination? Was it
that you went to? That
was it my figment of my imagination? Is that what you're saying?
What's that evidence for? Nothing.
Yeah, but the premise of what he's
like
saying,
the chemtrails.
This woman was Jewish, so ultimately it must mean she's bad.
Well, she's saying
his argument.
Well, she's saying, and if the narrative is that, and you want to disprove it, and the narrative is still sticking.
And that she's Jewish and she backs Tommy Robinson, right? So what's her crime? Again, sorry. What's her crime?
Again, so if you got that Marxist thought process that wants your demise and destruction, again going with the same narrative, not broken.
So
well,
this woman's
if that's the point, well, that's your point. It's like it's no more than or no less than what it is. What were you expecting that point to prove? Nuclear disaster? A massacre of the masses? No.
Yeah, you're running.
Just the realization of what it is. I'm not running away. I'm answering it.
So this woman is a Marxist, yeah?
Well, she's backing Marxist ideology.
Evidence. Can we have a name?
Can
we have her credentials? I'm not just taking your word for nothing. I'm surprised you even know what day it is.
Well, if he's shouting out for the Muslim rape gangs to be caught and not just the rape gangs.
Do you know why, Hassan?
Well, there's your evidence, dimwit.
Do you know why?
Fucking
because
mug.
that's our communities. That's the communities we grew
Oh,
up in. So we
mate,
have the right.
you're English.
We
You're
have
not
the
Jews, you
right.
fucking idiot.
We have the right to defend our community. Sorry if I'm not taking on the whole world's problems.
Mate, your community is my community. Stop with this. Your community.
So then
Your
what's
community
your
is not
problem then?
your community.
So the
Your
areas
community.
where we
Where's your
grew up,
community? Who's your community? Remind me. Who's your community?
the areas
Who's the
where he
community?
grew up, this was going on. So that's why he
You're an
talks
idiot,
about it,
mate.
because he's experienced it
You're an
firsthand.
idiot, mate.
Do you not know that?
You're an idiot.
Do you know
You're
that?
an idiot.
You do that. So don't tell me what
Says
people should and
says
shouldn't
Tommy
protest about.
Robinson, that abusive man himself.
Does a man or a woman have the right to protest about what they want?
Of course they do.
But then what's your problem?
My problem is the narrative and where it's backing from and who's got
The narrative
control. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Because he doesn't hate
Yes, it is.
Israel. Because he doesn't hate Israel.
Yeah, no, it's not that he hates it. He promotes it.
He promotes Israel. In
Yes,
what
he
way?
does.
In what way?
Well,
what's wrong with promoting Israel?
He said, well, no, let's get this right. You're claiming that he's a patriot. Well, according to him, if there was a war now between England and Israel, he wouldn't be fighting on England's side.
Right, okay, yeah.
All right, so now what?
Clipped, edited
fucking
video.
Wait a minute. He never once said. He never once said between Israel and England. Let's get that right.
Yeah, well, let's just get this right. If there was a war between England and Israel, he categorically said that he'll fight for Israel.
He never said that.
Well, guess what? I saw a video of him saying that.
You're lying. He says when the shit
and you know what?
He
gave in his example as well. He gave the reason why he answered that as well.
Isn't
And
there
guess
a
what?
lot of Turkish grooming gangs as well? I believe there is.
Yeah, there is. There is. 100%. I'd love that to get sorted out as well. I'd love the gang rape grooming gangs to be sorted as well. I like this international Jewish child smuggling gang to be taken into custody as well. Your Leslie Wexners, the ones that could do some serious damage, like funding war. That kind of damage. They're the kind of people that I would first like to take down.
Well, you really are a conspiracy theorist, aren't you?
No, they're not. Not conspiracy. Not towards Annie Farmer. Annie Farmer's categorically stating that that cunt was a fucking rapey bastard. So yeah. Well, why are you so shocked that? Why are you so shocked that Leslie Wexner could be? What is it? Because he's Jewish and he can't be that kind of guy? Is that why?
No, we're not defending. I don't even know who Leslie Wexner is. So.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. He's only the guy that fucking makes everything in your life move.
Show me the proof.
But mate, you know what? I'm not here to do your fucking homework, you cunt. What do you think I am? You're fucking headmaster, you mug
nice,
cunt.
aren't you? Wow.
You fucking mug cunt.
Can you stop using those terms, Hassan? Are you going in the back chat?
Manny, do me a favour. All right, you want to put me in the back chat? Put me in the back chat.
But don't call it the C word or the B word.
All right. So you know what? That's you, yeah. That's you. Okay, you do a lot worse. You go on arrogant, and you put people in the back chat, and you overtalk people. I don't like that, but I've just got to deal with it. But I still call you someone that. Yeah, all right. So your point is what?
My point is that I structure the show and the panel.
Okay, so you want to be the bully? All right, go ahead. Be the bully then, bro.
That's why I go on mute most of the time.
Be the bully then, bro.
Bully? Asking you to conduct yourself in a decent.
No, I don't, mate. Again, I declare what a woman is. And guess what? Wendy, in my view, is definitely not a woman. She's a scumbag.
Are you soft? Are you being bullied?
Scumbag.
Are you being bullied?
On life, bitch.
He's being bullied. Oh my lord.
You're the bully, Hassan.
Yeah, I am. Just scumbag like you.
You are a bully. Yeah, you are.
Whatever, scumbag.
It always descends into degeneracy, man.
With him, you can't have a conversation with him.
These guys are obsessed with Tommy
He never
Robinson.
used to be like this till he started watching Brian Harvey.
No, Ryan Dawson, darling. And well before that, there was loads of facts. You know what really did me, and I used to have to put it to the back of my... Again, it was that stone-throwing 9-year-old child that was shot, sniped in the father's arm. You know that, I swear to God, that vision never goes. And you know that desperation that you see in that kid's eye, knowing that bullet's coming for him, and the father just goes, "All right, son, don't worry, you're here."
Where was this at then? Where was
They
this?
should have never released that footage, man. They should have never released that footage.
He's on about Palestine, I think.
Oh, right.
Scumbags. Big old Israeli soldier. I believe he got promoted to like a really high ranking position. Check out Ryan Dawson, man. He'll tell you the real
So
reason
what
why
about
all
the
these.
bombs?
He'll tell you the real reasons
Palestinians?
why there's children in this state getting shit raped out of them for the good old state of Israel.
Can we talk about when the Palestinians like to kill innocents then?
Yeah, mate. You know what? They're scumbags as well. They were Christians.
Good.
I don't know why you think they're Muslims. The original the Palestinians were Christians. They used to back your fucking asses up. Yeah. Well, when we came in there, they sort of like got converted by force.
Who called them?
I know my history. Yeah, but mate, we turned them into Muslims. They were Christians before, bro. You think that area was a Muslim area, you fucking inbred?
What do you want us to do about Israel then?
You arseholes. You're
you're
proper
going off on
arseholes.
What do you want us to do about Israel then?
But very simply, get your government to stop lobbying for your destruction.
Is it not your government as well?
Yeah, I do. I'm currently doing that. As I say, I've got YouTube clans going, oh, what do they do? I don't know. What's so bad about wanting to fuck 3-year-olds and not having it as a crime? Like, but when they're 3 years old one day, it is.
Oh, so you've got an actual problem with the religion as well?
Oh, you don't have a problem with that?
No, I'm saying you. So you.
Oh, you
don't.
Got a problem, you don't. Sorry, I asked you a question. You don't have a problem with that? You don't have a problem with that?
Of course I do.
Oh, I'll call you now.
I feel like because we're about.
But yet you still honk for Israel, though, won't you? You still honk for Jews, innit? Still honk for them, innit? I ain't got a problem with them fucking 3-year-olds. I've got a problem with it, but I
Jews
ain't
have
got a
never
problem
done
with
me
it.
any harm.
Yeah, you're right. It's like you don't give them your under threes, isn't it? It's like you don't give them under threes to look after for a couple of
Well,
hours.
you don't know they do that.
Hassan, you're not saying all Jews are bad people, though, are you? Obviously.
I'm saying that if you've got a law that excuses it, and you then you just got that, haven't you?
Are you saying
that?
Does that make it a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on the person applying.
Show me the law that says this.
I don't need to keep on doing your homework, you scumbag.
There is no law. There is no.
Why would I want to do your homework, you scumbag?
You're telling me in Israel that there's a law that people can.
No, in the Torah it's written.
In the Torah,
scumbag.
Yeah,
you know the book that you know the book that it's controlling the whole narrative of what's currently going on with the world. Yeah.
But is paedophilia a criminal offense in Israel?
Not if you're a rabbi.
Not if
there's a rabbi.
There's a law in
Not
Israel.
If you're a rabbi.
Of course
not
it
if you're
is.
a rabbi.
Of course it is.
No, it ain't. You get
So
automatic
Israel,
entry into that country if you're a rabbi and you're a paedophile.
Let me qualify.
Automatic entry.
So in Israel,
and rabbis live like kings out there. A rabbi lives like a king out there.
So Hassan, you're
like
saying that
King
rabbis
Dick out there.
Hassan.
Yeah.
So you're saying that in Israel, rabbis can legally have sex with children.
Bro, I'm not. That's what it is. That's what they can do. Not what my opinion. That's what they can do. And according to their book, they can. Before 3 years old, it's not even classified paedophilia.
No, I'm saying what's the law in Israel?
But, bro, you don't understand. They've got religious sanctions that exempt them from the law. You think the law holds precedence? No, they hold precedence over the law.
So you're saying in Israel,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's against the law for rabbis to have sex with children.
They're able to do it, and
no.
It's irrelevant. It's against the law, or they're able to do it. Just forget the law. It's religious
No, I'm asking you a very simple question.
No.
Is it against
again? All right, again, Dave. The law would mean something if it's holding precedent. I've explained to you it doesn't. So that shouldn't be an issue now, should it?
Right.
Like,
so there
in the book. In the book, it could say a lot of things. You can say you can't do this, but you got to look at reality. Like for example, no one can make chemical weapons, but guess what? Chemical weapons exist.
Yeah, but we've now established that
no one can make them. We weren't allowed to make them. But yeah, they're here.
But we have ultimately established that it is against the law.
We're not meant. No one's meant to be fucking free and kids. But guess what? There's people that fuck kids.
But we have ultimately established that it is against the law.
We got laws, but if you put religion above the law, what's the point of the law?
Okay. Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to show me.
Okay. No, you don't. You don't want to know. You don't want to acknowledge it.
You're painting a very false picture here. You tried to initially make out like it was.
I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you facts. You want to go into look into it
you're
and
not.
prove
You're
this.
Prove facts. You're not.
Well, again, like
pedophilia is a crime in Israel.
Unless
you're
a rabbi.
Yeah.
And then you're not. It's the law doesn't apply to you.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. I would bet a lot
because you hold precedence over the law.
Right.
Have you ever seen a policeman go and talk to the Orthodox Jews over there?
So in Israel,
like when they take down the property, like that's the reason why they could do it, because they go down there and it's like, oh, in the name of our gods, we could do this, and they got their god juggernauts and their god bulldozers, and they go in there do that thing, and then the police go in there and go, right, yeah, you guys have done your thing, now we better secure it, and the army do the bit as well to make sure that no one comes back in.
So according to Hassan, in Israel, a rabbi has never been convicted.
They don't get convicted, bro. In fact, they import them in. Like if you're a rabbi, you find I found it funny until I found that out to be true. Like if you're a paedophile rabbi in Holland, and the government of Holland want to convict you, and you can get to Israel, it's automatic entry, bro. You don't even wait at the door. It's like, yeah, come in, bro. They'll pay for your flight and get you like that diplomatic shit sorted out for you. So yeah, when you laugh, when you find this funny and look like a total cunt afterwards, just remember I was right.
The points are very elongated. Right. So someone in the
No, you're just stupid, motherfucker.
Of course, yeah. What are we, America? Palestine belongs to Arabs. So I think you find historically documented Jews have been in that region a very long time.
And you're gonna tell me that Afghanistan wasn't once upon a time Hindu? You're gonna tell me that as well, ain't you?
No,
and those statues that were in Afghanistan they were done by the Muslims. You're gonna tell me that, Nick, don't you?
No, of course not. The Islam moved across the world through the sword.
Yeah, there you go. So when you seen it, it's the last of the trilogy. You stay on point. Seeing that was on the Silk Road, and you're telling me that it's a Muslim area, you frigging dimwit.
Yeah, you're just saying stuff that
you're a frigging dimwit.
Palestine, before Palestine was even a thing, there was Jews there. There was Jews in that region before Arabs there. Yeah. So I'm talking to the person in the chat, I'm not you. But you would agree that Jews have been in that region longer than Arabs, yeah?
Yes, so the Hindus were there before that. And your point is what?
My point is the person in the chat.
And the Hindus were there before that, and your point is what?
Who was trying to proclaim that region
and the Hindus were there before that. Your point is what, dimwit?
I'm making
mate, the point of Israel. What are you trying to make? The point of Israel having the rightful right to be there? Is that the point that you're trying to make?
Someone in the chat said that it's Arab land, and I'm saying to them, no, Jews were on that land before Arabs. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is that point is mute because the Hindus were there before the Jews.
Well, that's a whole different argument, isn't it? But I was just
So what you mean, the one that doesn't go with your narrative? Yeah, that's true. It is.
Mate, you are on some wicked drugs. Because I'm
not on some wicked drugs. I'm just on some wicked educated level that you.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
And the worst thing of it is we're not talking. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make me look silly, and because that happened, I get my back up. Like instead of just having a nice discussion like we were doing prior to Wendy coming on, and it going to shit.
Why am I trying to make you look silly? I don't understand.
Because it suits your narrative.
What is my narrative?
That you're an intelligent drunk that has some emotion.
An intelligent drunk.
Sorry, you asked.
Well, I'm not drunk, so.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, if that makes you feel better, then yeah, I'm drunk.
If you think it, like, as I say, making me feel better and worse, that's minuscule compared to what the real
definitely have
issues
brain
are.
damage from all the drugs that you did. 100%.
There could possibly be some.
Yeah.
There could possibly some. Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine though, if I didn't, that me and you would be totally unable to talk because I'm having to dumb myself down to talk to you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Saying and doing two completely different things. So I don't think you've demonstrated that. I don't think you've demonstrated that in your behavior.
Genuinely having to use
you have low impulse control. You can't refrain from calling another woman the C word.
I'm highly emotional.
Yeah, that's a lack of intelligence. Yeah, that's a lack of intelligence.
Yes, and also a passion for trying to get things right. Yeah.
But by just calling someone stupid doesn't actually mean they're stupid. You have to demonstrate.
Yeah, I get that, but I think I have.
Okay, but that's would be subjective.
Like you making the point of the point being made to you doesn't make you get that point. You get.
But ultimately, it's subjective, isn't it? Ultimately, it's subjective.
No, it's not. No. Like I can understand that it may be to you, but to the general masses, it's classified as a consensus. And if there's a consensus that has been met by the masses, then it becomes.
But I don't value the opinion of the masses. Though.
Well, that might need to change for yourself because you're a part of society. But in your own time.
So collectivism is the.
It's not
message.
collectivism. It's called harmony.
Harmony. Okay. So the conclusion.
I'll give you an example. It's better to live with people like-minded to yourself of all various shades and color than living with a group of people that all hate each other.
Would that not mean you just live in an echo chamber?
If that's what works, well, what's the problem? If everyone's peaceful and everyone's peaceful and lawful and civil, would you call that an echo chamber?
So why not just follow religion?
Sorry, when I ask a question, I answer yours. Can I at least be shown the same appreciation? So if everyone's living in civility, lawful state, and peace, would you not call that? Is that what you call it? An echo chamber? Would you call that an echo chamber?
Right, you've just made a whole different point.
Yeah, no. See what? That's what you did.
So why not
you
just
did?
follow
Because
religion?
you want an echo. No, I don't. Just want it to be harmony.
Why not just follow religion if you want to hide?
Because people that follow religion are religiously zombified, mind-deaded, fucking idiots that can't take criticism and dismantling of something that is totally destructive to civilization.
Anyway.
For you.
Okay, now, man.
Have you calmed down a little bit, Hassan?
Manny, I wanted to ask one question. May I ask you, do you support the state of Israel and Judaism?
Well, I support.
Take your time. I'm waiting.
I support anybody that wants to follow any religion they want.
So even if it's fucking 3-year-olds that under 3 years, so you because I'm gonna get to the point of that. The reason why I had such a connectivity with you initially was that I was put under the assumption that you had the care for these children that you found as important as I did, that they should be given the preservation of their youth, to what we would deem in the Western civilization a mature age. I just assumed that. So, like, remembering on what I've said, like, you still support Judaism.
I don't understand. I support the freedom to choose.
Yeah. So you're not really into the preservation of our youth, then,
What
by
do you,
logic.
what do you mean preservation of youth? But instinctively, every single decent human protects children. So I don't understand. That's kind of a weird question for me. But if you actually have a specific question about the state of Israel,
So
just ask it.
what you call innocent and what they call innocent, you may need to look into that definition for you then to make the definition that is the standard that they're holding it at, because it's not.
What do you think? What are you saying that they regard as innocent?
All right, like, do you remember when we spoke to Adnan and Ratshit? You remember?
Yeah.
That Ratshit Adnan, yeah. You remember when he came down? He goes, "Well, like, those are innocent. They're excused from our wrath." And everyone was like, "Yeah, it's okay." And then I went on to saying, "Yeah, what typical age would someone in that culture lose their innocence?" And his reply straight off the bat is, "Well, you know, if they're seeing a lot of bad things within 3 months." So, all right, so okay, so the innocent age, where we're seeing innocence is, well, man, until the innocence goes. I'm assuming, like, if you get that kid living in a very secluded, peaceful, loving family, you might get that until 21. No, it's 3 months. What? Yeah, no, it's 3 months. But we thought it was 10. No, it's 3 months, mate. Well back, man. We've been fucking for years, bro. Catch up. No,
sorry, I've lost track of the question.
All right, so now getting back to it. Now, what we said is that we said that your version of innocence, Manny, and what their version of innocence are two different things. Like, your version of what an innocent being might be is someone that, you know, has kept their chastity, doesn't swear, you know, knows how to say their please and thank yous, and eats in the correct manner and acts in the correct manner. That might be your standard of what innocence is. Their innocence might be, well, they lost their innocence because that kid saw their mum and dad having sex, you know, in their marital bed whilst being nursed, you know, at some stage, and the father deciding the mum looked great. But that's its innocence gone. But do you see that as their innocence going?
Yeah, all these different variations could mean.
Well, I asked you, would you see that as their innocence going?
I was just trying to answer it. Don't try to get me to answer the question the way you want me to answer it. I'll answer it how I want to answer it. Right? All the things that you've listed could be interpreted as the same, you know, as someone's innocent going by different people. So I have nothing to dispute with you on that.
Okay, so again, it's seeing a marital couple as a child. Would you see that as their innocence going? As a baby, as a 3-month-old baby, would you?
Yeah, probably.
You would.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's, for heaven's sake, a baby sleeping. Me and my wife are in a loving mood. The kid needs maternal. He needs breastfeeding. This, that, the rest of it. You know, the realities are different. You know.
So you think? Sorry, just let me clarify. You think a child watching their parents have sex isn't going to remove its innocence?
Well, I'm sorry. Let me just clarify. I'm not going to involve the child into our business.
Yeah, but he's watching.
The baby's sleeping. The baby's sleeping. Baby's sleeping. Well, what's a 3-month-old baby going to understand about mum and dad being together? You're not going to be in the position. I'm sorry. You don't want to be in a position.
But it's morally, it's not right.
Morally, got you. You got this morally. You got morally. You got morally. Morally. Yeah, let's get this right. We've lived in this civilization for quite a while now. Yeah. Now, morally, how is that child being affected? And let's just say we do a trial study of a child having this, and remember the standard is that their innocence is going. Yeah. Remember that this is the benchmark and the standards that it is. You having some marital love affair time with a little baby, a 3-month baby in its cot, like looking around, wondering what the fuck's going on, doesn't even know what its fucking hand's able to do, is realizing that there's sex going there, according to you morally. Yeah.
So morally, from the adult point of view, let me finish.
That's morally. Yeah? Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. So from an adult point of view, morally, it's wrong to, as far as I'm concerned, to have sex while your child's looking at you, whether or not they can comprehend it as a 3-month-old or not. It's not something that I would expect a morally decent human being to do. That's my opinion. Now, we don't know what
the question was, do you think it's innocent goals, man? You see, this is the reason why you get a little bit upset that I sort of like pull you back a little bit, because you don't answer the question. What the question was specific. Does the innocence go?
Well, that's what I was going to get to when I was interrupted.
Okay, when you're ready, I'm waiting.
Yeah, but let the conversation.
You've answered something without answering it, so I was just trying to get you back onto it. My apologies if I'm a little bit.
Okay, no, it's not. No, dude. So we don't know exactly what the child is taking in, right? So we can't conclude that it's not going to affect it. It's not going to realize something to some degree. And in order to protect the child innocent, you just wouldn't do it, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, now I understand that the taboo nature that we're talking in regards to this. I'm just throwing out an example. There's those religions, that's not black and white. That's that. No, that is innocence gone. But once the innocence is gone, floodgates open to them, mate. To them.
So what's this got to
Not
do with
to you, to them.
Israel?
So my hatred for Israel is very it's very simple, bro. I've got no qualms saying it. Nuclear exemption from the world nuclear treaty. Very simple. Like, we obviously need to know who's got what where and what state it's in. We seem to want to know from why it's coming from Iran. That seems to be important. The exemptions from paedophilic laws, so we haven't got a state where these criminals have sanctuary from the law for any fucking reason. For any reason. Thirdly, well, really, to be brutally honest with you, the arms machine of it, and the fact that they're able to lobby every single law for the demise of the country that they're lobbying it for and the benefit of their own. Would you find that a valid reason? Okay, and the fact that these people have caused untold wars, and have spent millions of people's youth fighting these fucking wars, and the understanding that I might not want that to happen because the history is there for it.
Yeah, but most countries are doing that, have done that, and is continue to doing that. You're just singling one country.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. Do we accept pedophiles in this country?
Well, the establishment does.
Sorry, again, I'm going to repeat the question. Do we, in this country, accept pedophiles? Like, once we know they're a pedophile, do we accept them to be?
No, we the people don't know.
No. Does our law system have an exemption for it?
To some degree.
No. Sorry.
Some degree. I mean, some of the sentences are needed to be lenient.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about sentences. All right. Sentences is different. I'm saying to you, does it have? I get that they might have a great lawyer and get away with doing community time, but that still puts a conviction on them, don't it? Don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So when that plea, this is the reason why I get a little bit ratty with you, because I know the actual answer, but you just you're refusing to answer it, Cuzzy. Right.
No, I'm trying to understand.
That country has that law. That country has that exemption.
I didn't know that.
Right. It's got the law. And then it's got the exemptions. Like in Mount Zion, I'll give you an example. There's a celebration that's happening today. Like, I kid you not, that this celebration, there's going to be kids dying of alcohol poisoning today because of a religion. Like, alcohol poisoning. Like, flat out liver failure tonight. Flat out, and it's happened every fucking year. Happens every fucking year. This time.
So yeah, it's okay. I'll come back to you in a second, Hassan. So Sebid Hassadi, I'm not sure what the question was. Perhaps if you could retype it. I think it was up here. I think I highlighted it, or
I'm sorry, my screen's tiny. I've got one of these S10s. You understand? It's not really.
Here we go. It says, Manny, what do you think about Priti Patel not doing hard for avoid people coming to the UK from another country as refugee, but she's really serious about Ukrainian people to check and not let them come in? It's not really clear what you're asking me there. However, I think I'll answer it from my understanding. So Priti Patel, I think, is a little demon. I don't trust her. She's definitely in bed with the globalists. I mean, that's pretty much been confirmed when she went over to Israel a few years ago, as far as I'm concerned. And her constituency is Witham. Witham is a town in Essex, middle of Essex, and that town has exposed by Nigel Farage, has been one of the leading towns to house those immigrants that are brought over from the English Channel. No, they don't come over, they don't swim over, they don't row the boat over. They're brought in by boats, tugging their boats and left from France, right? So while she was going to Parliament and making speeches about how hardline she was going to be about immigration, her town was the bedrock of the illegal immigrants coming over. So we have to categorically accept that she is a massive liar, and she's not working for the interest of the British people or for Britain. She's working for her, let's just say the term handlers, whoever they may be. In fact, I've got some very interesting information, genuine information about her, which I'm not going to spill now, but maybe sometime in the future. Let's just say some of her staff members are just low-level tards, shall we say. Now, the other thing is, in terms of Ukrainian people, this country is full. I'm of the mindset that, yes, every human being is a member of the human family. However, we need to put our country first, and there's no point cutting our nose by our face. At the moment, this country is already full to the brim, and as a consequence, I don't think we've got a lot of room. Okay, if you're a property owner, this is going to be good. More property demand. But Raj, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
So maybe that's going to be good, but I don't know.
Hi, Raj.
Hello, son.
Hope that's answered your question, Sepid Asadi. Raj, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. Just busy.
Have you been drawing?
Yeah. I'm drawing color now, ain't it, man? That's what I'm doing. Color.
So now you've gone from crayons to felt tips.
Yeah. Moved up one notch. Yeah, not much though. So,
when are you going to draw a picture of me?
Well, it depends how many more dog pictures I need.
What? How dare you?
I need a couple of dog photos, so Yeah, I'll draw one day, man. I'll draw one day. You with the Union Jack in the back, color, innit?
How dare you?
I'm only joking. Only joking. How's it going, people, man? I missed you. I didn't even know you was live, man.
Yeah, so it's really a surprise. Well, not a surprise. If I'm not doing anything on Saturday, then I'll do one for these guys. And
how comes Hassan's so quiet, man? What's he been up to?
Because Hassan's been talking like a motor mouth and arguing and all types of things.
Don't lie. Hassan never argues. Come on, man.
Yeah, Hassan never argues. So he's just having a bit of a break.
Where did the real Hassan go? The nice, polite young boy that we know called Hassan Yilmaz. Has he disappeared? Has he?
I think. Well, he hates Israel.
I'm here.
He hates.
All right, you got yourself into any more trouble recently? Because I haven't really been keeping up. Has he got himself into more trouble?
No. I'm still doing what I'm doing, bro. To be honest with you, just at home, bro. Just at home. Like, it's not worth going out, man. Fuck working for getting in debt. Fuck doing anything else, man. Do you understand me? And I've tried to help, and I even tried to give that Jedi, like the guy, on Jedi's panel to go down and give him my hand, but. Man, it's like I put my email address 7 times on the fucking.
Who? I don't understand what you're talking about. You gave Jedi to help him out?
Yeah.
You gonna give
Jedi out?
No, not Jedi. One of Jedi's panel crews. You know the guy? I'm fucking forgetting. Dave. Dave. Not this Dave, but another Dave. Yeah. Anyway, long story. I'll explain that. I wish I'd have brought that up, to be brutally honest with you. But yeah, apart from that, good, man. How you been, Raj? I just want to know why everyone is so like.
I was just doing something, and I had my. I don't want to say I had my mouth full, but I did. Of water.
What? Is Trill around?
Yeah, I just watched it. I know. And that's the thing that I was like, what a worst time. I know he's going to do that. Oh, no, he's Trailer there. No. I've got a bit of a toothache. So
your boyfriend, Ghost Speaker's Corner, was in the chat earlier.
Oh, is he? That foot still about?
And his best mate, Ralph the Nazi.
Oh, God, that ghost, man. I feel sorry for him. I've heard when he's doing it with his wife, he's calling my name out.
Don't say stuff like that. That's out of order.
It's true, though. It's true.
Out of order. Come on.
No. He's always talking about my sisters and mother and stuff. And I'm making exceptions.
Yeah, but you're better than him. You're not like him, are you?
No. When it comes to this,
join the rat race, fucking man. That's the way to get him. Let's get him that way, man.
No. Look, this channel's not gonna accept it, so you can't.
Okay, right. Fair enough. You're screaming your name out.
No.
I'm only joking. Joking. I apologize. I know I'm going a bit.
I don't understand someone that worries about free speech and then fucking censors it. I mean, don't you find that just like the ultimate hypocrisy, though?
Yeah, but free speech doesn't mean abuse, does it? You got to have integrity.
But integrity is only matched when integrity is showed. Like, you get people asking questions, they don't answer it, and then you get riled up by the person that's riled up.
Yeah, but that's not
integrity. That is sheer.
But the thing is, when you're going to win and you're going to overcome demonic behavior, you're not going to do it by showing demonic behavior. You're going to do it by
demonic.
Yeah. But of course, if somebody's bad mouth.
What the hell are you talking about? Demonic, man.
Let me respond so you know where I'm coming from. Right, so if somebody's being demonic and shouting and bad mouthing about someone's family, you shouldn't reciprocate in the same way because they've already showed their hand, right? What you should do is be a better person, because when you're a better person, you naturally are gifted with more energy to kind of defeat these type of demons. If you start,
I do agree with Manny. I agree with you, but there comes a point. Hold on. There's come a point where if people are like talking about my sister's ill, my niece, my cousin that was groomed, and at some point, after 4 years, I'm going to say, "I fucked your wife," innit? She was screaming my name when I said it.
The thing is, there's recording. I mean, I've got recordings of Ghost Speaker's Corner saying, I don't get involved when two Muslims are talking. I keep the eye on the enemy and get to them, referring to non-Muslims, right? So they're recording. I mean, on here last week, he typed, "We know how to look after our own," referring to Muslim women, and by that statement, referring that he knows how to attack non-Muslim women, right? So I mean, so people just need to open their eyes. These people just expose themselves continually.
Yeah, I mean, I've got so much evidence of the guy saying, "You guys don't look after your women. We look after women. That's why they get groomed." Yeah, like what does that mean? That means that you're saying that the women that got groomed is because of our lack of looking after them, meaning that they're fair game in a way. Yeah, because you don't keep them under control. And yes, he has exposed himself like for time, man. I'm just in a bit of a weird mood at the minute, to be honest. You're just kind of like trying to
scumbag behavior, isn't it? That's all it is. It's like me explaining that situation with the morals to Manny earlier. It's like that, you know, it's something that can be done. Understand me? Now, it's an extreme example of using like the word of innocence be put in there. Like that's the reason why these examples are getting used. But is that something you want to do? You understand me? That I'll say is more, well, less of it the better, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I see that Wendy Wu was on earlier, and Dave Smith. I bet that went well because I just rewound it a bit.
Yeah, they were. And did you catch that bit where?
No, I did. I just rewound it just to see if anyone else would be on just now because I didn't even know you lot was there.
Ralph embarrassed himself today, unfortunately.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh God, what did he do now?
He was making accusations that he couldn't back up, and when he was asked to bring the evidence, first he got he wouldn't let me speak, so he didn't understand the role of a host. I'll put him in back chat, and then when I asked him to bring in the evidence, he couldn't, and all he could do, I mean, it's quite hilarious. I was embarrassed for him, and he said, "Who owns the channel?" As if that's kind of a deflection thing. And I was like, well, there's a video. Well, I didn't say this, but there's a video on YouTube. Like you can go find out who owns it, you know, or message them. But why are you bloody asking me as if I'm their PR?
What was he arguing for? What was he? I don't understand.
He mentioned some famous person had been raped by somebody from Tommy Robinson or Danny Tom or something. I can't remember what he said, or abused. I can't remember exactly what exactly it was. But we were like, all right,
I'm kind of teased
we
out.
were like, all right, well, let's see the evidence, like bring it forward. And they couldn't bring the evidence. And obviously, just because you want to see evidence, then it's a case of, oh, you're a this fan, you're a that fan. Well, like, if you've got evidence, it's not a question of being a fan of anything. It's about.
And we know that he's a liar as well, Ralph. So
completely. This is what people were saying in the chat.
It's not like it's coming from It's not like it's coming from a respectable person that has a track record of being truthful. It's coming from a person that has flip-flopped more than anybody else and has lied his way through this YouTube kind of scene more than anybody else. So yeah, I mean,
why do you think he's like that? It's a very weird trait to have for a man.
Dude, he's one person. Even after all these years, I still don't really get. I don't understand what his goal is, what he's doing. I'll get purple effect. Yeah, I just don't get. And I've given up on figuring it out myself anyway. To be honest, with you. Yeah, I mean, what's going on there, man? What was you not talking about today? What was the topic? Were you speaking about Ukraine? What's going on over there? Or you don't care anymore, everybody?
It was all types of things we were talking. Hassan came on first, and then
Ukraine's been exposed now. Finally, the story is coming out in mainstream media in regards to that Hunter Biden. Finally, that the laptops, you know, they weren't false, that they're now real, and the emails between them. Yeah, it's a massive money scam in Ukraine. Raj, absolutely. So it's bankers' war.
Okay, laptop story. Hunter Biden laptop story.
Well, it is.
Yeah, his son is insane though. Like his son is mental. You know, Biden's son, like he's next level lunatic. If I'm thinking of the right person.
Yeah, definitely.
He's on a next level of madness. I'm surprised that he's
and Newland.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You got to look at the names that are involved in that place, man, and you got to ask yourself why. You know?
There's a music video that came out about Ukraine and that guy. Maybe I can share it. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Please. That was a good song.
Don't you know who my daddy is?
That Hunter Biden was trading on his father's office to make 50 grand a month from the Ukrainians. In October, he admitted it.
The fact that you were the son of the vice president.
Yeah, no.
What role do you think that played?
I think that it is impossible for me to be on any of the boards that I just mentioned without saying that I'm the son of the Vice President of the United States.
Son of Joe Biden, and boy, it's tough. I put the crack in the pipe and smoke it up. I like every day I'm tweaking, laptop tweaking. Pictures of me on a cocaine bender. Quick
he's crazy, that guy.
in the Ukraine gas company directing. The only thing I know about gas, you can have it. Now I got 50K a month in my pocket. For the director's charisma, I'm smashing my dead brother's widow, impregnate a stripper. But nothing is better than crack cocaine when you're rich and famous in the Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain.
Oh God.
Honk, honk, let's go Trudeau.
But do you know what?
Let's go, Brandon.
I was just watching I was watching CNN, and they were showing video clips from guess what battalion?
The Azov, the Nazi.
Azov, and I was like, wow, you're just showing the Azov battalion. You're showing them filming. Come on, man. Like, it's insane. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Putin's right, and I don't agree with him, but dude, like, you've got a battalion that's a neo-Nazi battalion, open, filming, and then CNN showing it.
Look
like
at
it's
the
normal.
country that ain't got Facebook and McDonald's and YouTube for a week as well, and you tell me that's not going to be benefiting. Man, it's going to be the actual metaverse in Russia in about 10 years' time if they keep going.
Okay, guess who else has joined the Russian side? Have you seen the video of the Chechens?
Yeah.
How about the Indian, Modi? How about Modi?
Modi's got
yeah, mate. Go on with a 3 million barrel deal there at some discounted price. That's that's a world leader. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I found it weird that
the guy's rolling like a gangster.
But you know what's weird? There's a video of the Chechen troops bombing Ukrainian cities, and you know what they're shouting.
Go on. Allah.
You know what they shout.
Yeah,
I don't
I
understand. Why would you do that? Like, it's gonna make people think this is a religious war now. When you're shouting, you know what, Allahu Akbar and all that kind of stuff, it's madness.
Yeah, but they owe Putin and Russia a lot, because ISIS style of Islam was beginning to come into their country, and it was Putin and Russia that helped them get back to kind of normal Islam. So that's why they're backing him up, because they appreciate the difference between Islam and the ISIS style Islam, right? So that's why they're there.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
let's see what Taliban looked like.
I'm saying that when you're going into a war and it's like in Europe, and you've got Chechen soldiers shooting, and then they're shouting, slogans about whether it's God is great or whatever, it's irrelevant. That is going to galvanize people from other parts of the world. They're going to go down. They're going to make it into some sort of crazy kind of thing, like the West against Russia, and
Putin's got Islam under his belt now as well. Did you heard what he said? He went like, yeah, if anyone's going against it, they're going against me. And literally, he just was in a stadium with a £2 million price tag on his head, place full of guns, and he still survived that. Like, as I say, and they've seen what Afghanistan looks like. Like, those that want that lifestyle, it's like, and Russia will buy them a ticket and go, here you go.
I don't understand how these Chechens are siding with Putin, who's been bombing Syrians. Again,
because I told you.
Putin was bombing ISIS. He wasn't bombing Syria, was he?
Exactly.
You can't play the Telegraph thing, can you?
But he was there in support.
No, I'm saying, but you can't play a Telegraph video, can you?
What do you mean Telegraph video?
The Telegraph video. There's a video on Telegraph of them shooting at the Chechen soldiers.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I saw it.
You get a strike. You get a strike.
Building, innit?
I've seen that video. It was on Telegram anyway.
So you can play it. Shall I share the screen?
Yeah. Go on.
If you get a strike, don't blame me.
It's not my channel. Go ahead.
Yeah, but to the channel holders, don't blame me, man.
Have you got it? Let me know when you got it up.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. So here's a video of oh god, do you know what, these freaking stupid ads, man, are pissing me off. So here's the full footage from Chechen warlord shows his face forward. Now look at this here. Like, what kind of message do you think this is going to send out to people like Ralph and these neo-Nazis? They're going to say, "Oh look, the Chechens are coming in now. Now the Muslims are coming in." They're going to make this war turn into some kind of real shit show. Or maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what they want. Look, that kind of video, is gonna backfire. I mean, maybe that's what Putin wants. He wants them to.
Yeah, but you do know that Putin did a very famous interview with that UCL fighter that beat the Irish chap. That Muslim.
Yeah. They love him. They love him.
Yeah. So Putin did an interview and it was broadcast on live TV. And Putin categorically said it doesn't matter if I'm Christian, you're Muslim, or whatever. What matters is that we're all Russian and we can all live together with harmony. So he, so
he's a Russian nationalist, basically, for all religions.
Exactly. He's putting Russia first, and you have to respect respect that type of thought process.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, look, the more I've researched, and I know people are going to go mad. Oh, Raj, you're siding. No, I'm not siding with Putin. I think he's wrong, but I understand what he's doing. I don't have to. I can understand why someone does something without agreeing. Can I do that? Let me just clarify that. Can I understand why someone's doing, but not agree with them doing it, or is that a contradiction?
Or you're just disagreeing with
No, I'm just asking truthfully because I was thinking about it yesterday. I was thinking, okay, as Russia, Ukraine, if it falls to the European Union, NATO, it's gonna be a disaster for Russia because they're not gonna have no they're gonna be encircled
World War
by
III.
NATO and Europe. Now, I'm not agreeing with what he's doing. I'm just trying to say that I can understand why he's doing it from his perspective.
Do you think Latvia should have nuclear weapons and be in the EU? Manny.
I don't know enough about Latvia for me to make a decision. I mean, they're not in the EU right now, are they? No.
As long as they keep providing good tax rates, I'm all right.
What's that all about? Good tax rates, huh?
It's all right. But I'm going to share another video. Hassan's already watched this actually, but
I have to go in around 40 minutes, man. So
I'm closing the stream in half an hour anyway.
Oh, cool, perfect.
So I want to show this. Hassan's already watched it, but this is powerful stuff, man.
There's no accountability. I mean, I don't understand. If I can log into my bank account and see every dollar I spent, why can't the American taxpayer log into a government bank account and see every single dollar that they spent? We have the technological means for that. Yes. You know, that would completely change the way so many people voted. It completely change their perspectives about all of these policies when you see how easy our government is just able to money launder. This is what we're talking about. We talk about this never-ending war hawks who keep wanting to go to war because there's no accountability. They just say, we're doing war in Ukraine. We're doing war in Afghanistan. We're doing war in Syria. So you have to go, billions of dollars have been taken away. It's out of your pocket. The American people, you need to understand this is just a money laundering operations. I mean, 10 years of a war in Afghanistan for us to leave, we couldn't even take back the billions of dollars worth of weapons and we just left them on the soil for the Taliban to take over. I mean, every single American should be outraged. And that's why I say that we have to remain focused and understand the enemies for us, for the American people, are not in Ukraine or Russia. They are sitting down in Congress on Capitol Hill. Those are the enemies of the American people.
I'm obviously for
Parliament.
It's Parliament.
And Parliament.
Oh God.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. I mean, I think she talks sense. I don't always agree with her. But yeah. I just think
you agree with her there.
Yeah, up to a point. Yeah.
Up to what point?
I'll be honest, I didn't hear it properly. Oh God, I'm trying to wing it. I was looking at something else.
What she was saying, just so we don't watch
was she saying that they should be the people should be allowed to be able to see what the American government is spending, like the way you look at your bank account? Is that what she was saying?
Yeah, and also war and all these other things. It's just money laundering operations, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And also, war is business, isn't it?
Hmm.
The American economy, and a lot of the kind of, if you look how much money they're spending on the on the military kind of complex of America, I mean, they love wars. More wars the better, isn't it? I mean, that's probably one of the reasons they went into Iraq, because they.
So what? But what Americans' interest does the war, or is it more Israelis' interest that they're in Iraq?
Probably both. I mean, it's in Israel's interest as well.
I'll say
this thing about Israel, I don't agree with the way how Israel came about, but they're there now, and they have a right to stay there, and they have a right to defend themselves. Yeah,
great. Then can we stop sending our youths to defending them? Can we agree that we should stop sending our youths to defend them? Can we at least start there?
Defend who? Defend who?
Like the Middle East conflict, like for example. Candace Owen made a great example of, we've left billions of pounds on the Afghanistan soil where, we've just abandoned everyone that we were supposed to make sure that democracy was going to thrive there. And we've just done, fuck it.
Look at this. Sorry, Hassan, this comment, is can you put it back to Shines here? Because Shines here, who's probably the most stupidest. And somebody told me he had brain damage from a car crash. Now, other people have told me he hasn't. Either way, he's a dunce and a retard. I don't know whether it was naturally done or through an accident. So he goes, Rod.
If it has, you shouldn't be saying that, though.
No. But I've been told by loads of other people, including himself, that nothing's ever happened to him. But some people told me he had a car crash and he had thinking, and I was being nice to him. And then I spoke to him, and Hassan was there. I said, "Did you have a car crash? If you did, I won't say nothing to you." He said, "No, I didn't have a car crash. I was blown like this." Yeah. So, Raj, when you say that shooting children and kids, where is evidence? When you say they are shooting children, when did I say they're shooting children and kids? You puddida. Did I ever? Did I mention anywhere?
Raj, we got children killing children in this nation, bro.
But let me just clarify.
Whilst grooming girls.
Did I say at any point that those Chechens were shooting children and kids? Did I say anything like that? No, I didn't. He's a right little football, man. God's sakes. I mean, how can you have I feel sorry for you. This is your Turkish brethren. How did you rule the world with people like Shine in there?
Raj, I'm not going off topic. Like, Shine is just a unit amongst a massive collective of things that I'd rather get sorted. Like the fact that we send our youths to a part of a desert that we're just willing to abandon on the flip of a switch, and forsake all the people's sacrifices that have been made from here.
Hassan, what do you think about the Turkish dictator?
I fucking think he's a disgusting scumbag. See how easy was that, Manny?
Well, I don't know. Why should it be difficult?
Exactly. My point exactly. But yet no one wants to criticize the actual issue that we've got. Like,
you know, I've become pro-American.
Which is Israeli foreign policy if you haven't got the ability to ask it.
But Israel is a globalist state.
Again, we've got globalist problems. Meaning what?
Meaning that the globalists are the issue.
No. The globalists, bro, the globalists need us. This is the part that you're forgetting. Like, this illusion of, like, the people, like, England can't take no more people. That's not their agenda. Their agenda is to get more of them in here. So, obviously, it's that problem that needs to be resolved. Not us. We get on with people. People get on with fucking people. But it's the agendas that are ruling your nation is where your problem is. Like, for example, you can't even elect your governing prime minister, for fuck's sake. You haven't got the ability to do that. And we call it democratic. In whose fucking monkey world? Where, like, show me what the definition of democratic is, and then show me what we got. We got this thing called English democracy. That's a definition in itself. That could mean anything. That could mean bananas ripen 2 days earlier than need be. If you fucking got it described as that. And I don't understand why everyone's got this big fucking scared thing about it. These are civil people. No one's enticing World War fucking 3 with them or start sticking them in fucking concentration camps. No one's going there on that. But it's a case of like being actively knowing where your policies are coming from, how it's affecting you, and knowing people like Tommy Robinson that are coming down here with this vision of
Tommy.
I'll give you the opportunity to talk, Manny. Obviously,
are you not going to join in? Come on, join in with me, Hassan. Oh, Tommy. Come on, Hassan. Get involved.
White line. Blow my mind. White lines.
Blowing through my mind.
Yeah. I think that's more in line with what Tommy should be singing.
I've become pro-American now, haven't I? I might emigrate over to America.
You can't even draw a picture to save your life, mate. What are you talking about?
I've become pro-American, Dick.
I just love to know why you're so interested in this guy that can't even remember your name, bro. That's what I'm gonna say.
Come on, let's see.
It's fine, bro. I don't mind. And you know what? I wouldn't mind if it was actually for the children's safety. Like, according to his empty promises, he made this one every 28. He's gonna come up to Bradford and he's gonna raid these Muslims. What happened? What happened?
He's done more than you.
Everyone's got amnesia again, haven't they? Oh yeah, we forgot. We're talking to Tommy Tard, isn't it? Ones that have got we've got that got a concentration span of, wait for it, gone. Yeah, again. Let's remind you, Tommy Tards.
But he's done a lot more than you two.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. You know what? He's done more damage. In
your opinion.
What? Again, we've talked that with you, Manny. But again, because you're so fixated with this guy doing good things, that you're not hearing it.
It's not.
You're not seeing it.
What I'm hearing.
When we're telling you,
I'm open. Let me finish. I'm open to the criticism. Fine, let's have it. I'm even saying, bring what you're basing your opinion on. But when you somebody, let me finish. When you're just attacking somebody where I feel they've done at least some good, then obviously I'm going to kind of defend them, because you're just rubbishing everything they do. You're trying to tell me
I'm not rubbishing him. I'm not rubbishing him. I'm telling you what Tommy was 4 years ago when Fleet Street was walking down to Trafalgar Square. That movement that he had there, he weren't doing fuck all about it then, okay? And to the last time where he took one girl, and that's the only fucking movement that he has fucking made, apart from buying the odd fucking bed and some disabled and wheelchairs here and there, which, guess what, people supported, rightfully so. Some of it should go back. But Apart
let's
from the
not talk
rest,
about Tommy
no.
Robinson, because we've had this
No,
conversation.
and the fact that he's supported by a religion that has got interest in seeing its demise. And do you really want to be honest with me? That makes me who for their demise through sanctions. Simple.
All right, I'm gonna play
you keep saying it.
I'm gonna play this video, mate.
When you know, you know.
Actually witnessed a Ukrainian bombing or a Ukrainian attack against.
So just to give you background information, this chap here with a white background, he's a well-known journalist who's been following the war. I follow his YouTube channel, and he makes amazing videos. So he's been interviewed by this chap here.
Is it InfoWars?
On Russia?
Yesterday, this rocket came down in the center, and somehow ABC News got a photo of this rocket and said that it was a Russian rocket launched at Ukrainian positions near the Polish border. The exact same photo from not 500 meters from where I'm sitting right now. In 2015, I was in a soup kitchen in Lugansk, in Lugansk People's Republic, in the village of Pervomaisk. And during this time, in the morning, there had been a rocket attack by Ukrainian forces on this soup kitchen, one of the only places that people could still get their a warm soup and food, and we went to document the damage. While we were there, another rocket attack came, and the women and children were saying, how can the Ukrainian government keep doing this? They're killing us. And the Western mainstream media took parts of my video, cut out where the civilians were cursing Peter Poroshenko. This is the exact video. You guys are right on straight. And they said, you can still search it today on YouTube, and they still today have reports saying that it was a rebel rocket attack, when the fact is 100% it was a Ukrainian attack hitting this soup kitchen twice.
So basically,
what a lovely bunch of Ukrainians, eh?
Yeah, so they're saying that basically Ukrainians are bombing their own citizens so that they can blame the Russians for doing so.
Yeah, I don't believe anything. You know, the Western media has really made me like when I watch the BBC news and the thing, I find it hard to believe what they're saying. But I have to watch. I'm not saying they're lying, but I have to question everything. And I don't know what it is. Look, I'm not saying it's racism. Before I say just seeing race. But there is this kind of weird, kind of bad taste where it seems like they're making it like as though if you're white and you're European, like it's more important. Like the way they keep on saying, "Oh, this has never happened in Europe." This, and that. It's like, hold on a second, like there's wars going everywhere, all over the world. I mean, in Yemen, I was shocked. Someone said, "Oh, all right, what about Ukraine?" But Yemen, I didn't know how bad it is down there. I mean, it's one of the biggest humanitarian crises, and guess who's bombing them? Saudi Arabia.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They're talking about one of the biggest humanitarian crisis going to happen in terms of because they're running out of food and everything. So yeah, but then after what of it, but then I was trying to be more objective, and I was like, okay, what about? Because when I watch Indian news here, because I do watch Indian news because my mum watches it, they talk about India, don't they? In the Indian subcontinent, because they're in India.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're in Europe, you'd probably be talking about European news more than you would about outside you. I mean, am I being crazy, or you'd have a bit more empathy? I think it's just naturally kind of built into people that look like you tend to have a bit more of a inbuilt kind of sympathy. I think. I personally, I don't know. I mean, would you agree or not? I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about every other group, but if I see Sikhs being attacked, I'm gonna have more of a gut reaction than I do when I see other people being attacked, even though I feel disgusted with both.
If Ghost Speaker's Corner was drowning, and then at the same time, so were your drawings, what would you say first?
What would I say? I'd say if my drawings, if they're going to drown and I have to sacrifice my drawings for Ghost to die, let them drown. I'll sacrifice them and I can draw them again. You know, drown, baby, drown.
So you would save Ghost then?
No, I'm saying I'd let them both drown. I mean, you're asking me which one would I say? Oh, I thought you meant what? How would I feel? I thought you said how would I feel. You didn't give me a choice. I said,
yeah. So if you had to save one or the other, what would you save?
Of course, I'd save my drawer. You think I'm going to save Ghost? Not only would I not save, I put his head down as well.
God,
I'm not even joking, man. I'd watch that man die with popcorn. Are you mad? I mean, I'm not. Look, I don't care. Like at some point, some people cross so many lines. If the man dies, I wouldn't wish death upon him, but I wouldn't help him either. Like if I saw him on fire, I'd probably walk by. I'm all right. Somebody else can help him, innit? Somebody else did.
So this shines, gentlemen, shines on truth piece. It really has taken a dislike.
Dude, this is 4 years. You don't understand. 4 years. These people here that are obsessed with me, yeah. I get the worst ones. Never get nice looking women or maybe even a woman. It's always old men.
That's not true because you had Kay, the girl.
Yeah, but she was barely a woman. Yeah, she was barely a woman. She was like some hybrid.
And you had that mad Sikh girl.
Yeah, she was barely
I thought
a
that
woman.
was your wife, man. I thought
barely a woman. But normally I have the worst people that are obsessed with me. Middle-aged old men. Like, why? Like, and they I'm not joking.
I know why. I know
Manny,
why.
I'm not joking.
I know why.
I don't say I'm sending off gay vibes. Please don't say that. I beg you, don't say that.
Please don't say that.
I'm sending off gay vibes. Look, I'm not interested. I'm not into cock. Yeah, I like women. Yeah, just because I'm not married. Oh, dude. Oh my God, man. We're gonna have to do a show about it. Manny, you won't believe. I was talking to my cousin. Yeah.
Huh.
And they just his sister just had a kid. And he told me, yeah, congratulations. Do you know when the baby was born? Guess what the nurses asked them?
Do you want to give him a vaccination?
No. What do you want the baby to be? A boy or a girl? What do you want to reference it?
Oh, no.
I was like, nah, this is madness. Like, and they had a big argument. Like, it's obviously a boy. Yeah, he's got a dingling. They were saying, what do you want us to refer to him as, a boy or a girl? Like, this is getting madness, man. Like, and the thing is, yeah, like this person's so reliable. There's no way, like, he's not some, some people you question, go, okay, he's lying probably. This guy is like deadly serious. He's like, yeah, he was there and he heard it. Yeah, Kedar, K-Dips. So can you believe it? Like, what? I mean, it's got to the point you're asking. Yeah, I understand if it was Shine because he hasn't got a dingling and he kind of like got a masculine face. So you might want to ask if he's a man or a woman. Even now, I don't know if he's a man or a woman. But can you believe that?
Sue society, innit? Suing society, innit?
When's your next art exhibition, Raj?
To go to or going to be doing my own one?
The one that I can completely ruin by attending.
Yeah, I've spoken to Hassan as well. Yeah, all of us go down if we can. Yeah, I'm going to bring Hassan as well if he's free. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find a particular art exhibition that I can go to.
You're going to bring Hassan down. Do you not want to tell him?
If he wants to come in it. The thing is, I want to be able to kind of chill as well. Yeah,
I call you a friend as well, Manny. You know.
I understand what you're saying. But do you know what happened? Do you know when I was talking to Hassan on the phone? Yeah, I was thinking in my head, should I tell him I'm going to art? Because he's like a bull in a china shop, isn't it? And I was like, should I tell him or should I wait a little bit? Then I thought, no, let's just tell him. But he has to kind of.
Bull in a china shop. He's an elephant on a post stamp.
Yeah, but I think it'd be quite fun. Yeah, I still can kind of like troll a bit, not troll, but be nice to the artist and go in that own little corner and then cuss them out and then come back out again and go, oh yeah, how you doing, everybody?
That's what I said to you, innit?
It'll be fun though because they
have a cigarette, take the piss out and then go back in there.
Artists are hilarious because what it is, yeah, like my thing is, I think if there's a few of us, we can kind of like joke about a bit as well, isn't it? Like we don't have to take it too seriously. For me, it's going to be working it. I need to network. But if you know of and I'm trying to find, I'm being so selective. Do you know of any if you know of an exhibition, Manny, tell me, and then I can try to go. I'll go down. If you know of anything,
exhibition, what to attend?
Yeah, art exhibition.
Yeah. I know one in National Portrait Gallery.
Oh, that's too prestigious, man. I'm talking about somewhere where, one of these little galleries in London. Not the National Portrait thingy because they won't let you in.
Why don't you have? Do you know the Oxo Tower?
No, I don't.
along the embankment. They do small ones there sometimes.
Oh, really?
I'll get the address for you, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, do me a favor, thingy, pal, because I seriously need to start to go down to like the exhibition, because I spoke to Manny, I've got a little crew that I think will be a good little crew to go down. But I don't know if everyone gets on.
I was expecting we could just set one up at one of the bridges, you know, just like a quick thing, like when you put up an easel and just like sit there and just guard it for a couple of minutes.
You could. But my main thing is, remember, you have to understand, I'm not there to exhibit. I'm there to network, meaning talking to the artists and talking to people and making network. I don't know no artists, you know that. I know very few. I think I probably know 2 that I'm close with, but they're not really RTRE kind of people. So yeah, it's kind of like I have to.
Come on, man. What's that Punjab guy, man? That you know from Speaker's Corner. He's an artist. Who? You know, the piss artist.
Get into live drawing.
Raj
Speaker's Corner. If you ever get into live drawing,
Raj's former girlfriend. London.
If you ever get into live drawing, what YouTubers would you have as models? Top 3. Oh god. All right, so when it comes to live drawing, the more saggy people are, the better. So I'd have someone like who would I think? Who would be there? Like, people think having beautiful women would, but that's too distracting. Like, imagine having a beauty, it's too distracting. So you can't have a woman like too beautiful. Yeah, it's good to have like kind of weird looking people. Let me think who I'd have. I'll have to think about it, dude. I think, you know, whatever I say, he's gonna go a bit weird. You know, I used to do live drawing at when I did A-level.
Respect.
Yeah, Rastic. You drawing a Rastic.
Looking like a half horse. Half minotaur, half.
Yeah. Like, you know, when I go to the galleries and I exhibit a picture of Rastic, they'll say, "Is this an imaginary drawing? Is this a minotaur? Or what is it?" No, it's Rastic. It's Rastic. I don't know who else went to. It's a tough question. Sophia Lewis. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Hassan as well.
God, jeez.
Imagine that, man.
Poor man.
Yeah. Hassan, you man, Sophia Lewis, and Raspek would be my 3 nude models if I had to draw them. Yeah. In all their glory. You know, I had to do life drawing when I was younger, when I've done my A-level in art. And we had this old man that used to turn up. Like, he used to randomly turn up to do nude. But he was like 90 years old, yeah? He'd walk in like decrepit. I remember when I first saw him, I thought he was just somebody's family member. And he walked in, he started getting undressed. And he said, "Oh, yeah, today we got nude Monday." And he used to wear this little pouch on his dingling, yeah? So you couldn't see that bit because obviously there were women and stuff. And one time he went to sleep. You know when you go to sleep something, because it's such a day, you have to draw for like 3 hours sometimes. And I don't know what happened, but his dingling went up, innit? He must have had a wet dream or something, yeah? Or somebody had to poke him and say, "Look, can you just..." And he had to get up and walk around the back and kind of calm himself down. I thought to myself, bloody hell, 90 years old, he's still got pencil in that lead. Yeah? It's like a freaking old man.
Go on, mate. You got the OD.
Yeah, no man. He had no shame though. Seriously, he had no shame. He didn't care. Like, I don't know whether it was dementia. He used to walk in, "Hello, everybody, hello." I was like, okay, you know you're gonna get nude in a bit. And we used to always get pissed because they never ever had a nice woman or anything. You know, this thing about nice, like pretty women being the models is not the case. It's normally fat people, old people, and ugly people that normally model. So I can do it. If I had to, but. Yeah, it's not this thing that you get these nice, pretty women modeling and stuff. I think that's because it will distract too much.
But it depends if you're standing outside, man. I'm sure Epstein window, you could have caught a couple of nice looking ones, man. You understand me?
Yeah, but that would have been child pornography, didn't it? Because he was going for kids.
Yeah, there's a market there, I hear.
It's not like
catch the ones under 3.
It's not like he was going for adults or anything like that.
Yeah, so with the fucking market, the market for all types of fucking criminality. We don't want to mention that. I'm glad he fucking died, dirty bastard.
Yeah, but it's whether he was killed or died. I mean, I think.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think he's dead, to be brutally honest with you. Yeah.
Could.
Like, think about it. What was it? Only 2 people sort of like all top was that one was the medical coroner, and one was his brother, I believe. And his brother's got like all the reasons in the world to fucking lie to say that, yeah, he's dead.
Can I say to Purple Effect, he's saying Sophia Lewis, pre-op or post-op? Post-op, but she has to have the dingling in her hand. Kind of like a cherry. You know when they have like the grapes?
Like, this is a bit weird. Like
the grapes. You know the grapes, you have like grapes, holding grapes. It used to be that. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sure Sophia wouldn't appreciate being talked about like that anyway.
Nah, no, the stuff. Look, Sophia's got very thick skin when it comes. She will laugh her head off, man. She heard me say that, man. Trust me. Yeah, she'll
She's not a softy, mate.
Yeah, she's not like you, a lefty cuck. Man.
White knight.
You know, having cum powers on your face all day, and then you're crying that no one believes you.
Don't ever call me a lefty again. How dare you?
What's happened about the cum trial thingy? Have you done the video? I don't know if you can't remember if you've done.
So what I'm doing every week, I'm bringing what's his name, Banksy, closer to the fact that chemtrails exist. And by the end of it, I've told him he's going to organize a protest. But on that, let's watch this for a bit.
The first thing they installed was a huge loudspeaker, through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket. They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness, and the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary boundary line, and anyone living on the inside of it was offered a simple choice. Stay, and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live. Or take the NASA shilling and get out. No one stayed, and NASA ended up with exactly what it wanted. 125,000 acres of nothing. They even had to move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you, it's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh, NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
So that's just a taste.
So what? Oh, all right. So if they've got this looks like an old video.
Yeah.
If they've got this technology now, why can they not use it to basically use it in places where it's barren? Like there isn't no.
Yeah. So if you've been watching a podcast, you would have seen that I've already proven that they're using it in United Arab Emirates in Dubai. And that they to create rain, so they're already using it there. There's also been times where military, such as the Chinese military, modified the weather during the Beijing Olympics. So that's been proven. So it is being used strategically by local governments. But the thing is, what we're trying to not prove weather modification, because there's anybody that can Google can come up and find companies that specialize in geoengineering, is that the question was by Banksy that chemtrails do not exist, and I've always had the
this is to do with your chemtrails, is it? Oh, God,
so I've always had the the evidence, but because he was so rude, I'm going to slowly twist the evidence into him. And like I said, by the end of it, he's going to be leading a protest. He's going to do a 360 U-turn where he was calling chemtrails, cumtrails. They don't exist. He's already.
Yeah, but the thing is, why don't you go one step further and actually put like white liquid on his face to represent cum?
The thing is, here's the crazy thing. I showed him a speech by the CIA director talking about aerosol injection, right? With planes, right? So they're discussing it. So he went from they don't exist to the next week he was saying, okay, but they're planning it. It's only in theory. Then I showed him how they are in Australia modifying weather for various situations. So this week,
but I've never. I know. I remember watching the China. You know what they're doing? Was it Olympics? And I remember them saying that they basically got rid. Was it rid of the clouds? Or I can't remember exactly what they did.
Yeah,
but it was so crazy when I heard it.
Yeah.
What did they do?
So they made it rain 100 miles for Beijing, so that the weather and the clouds would be perfect for the Olympics.
Yeah, and I remember thinking you're controlling weather now. Yeah, and that was ages ago, quite a while ago. But I've not. But it still doesn't prove, because I've never argued that it's not possible to create chemical trails. I've never argued. I'm saying whether they're doing it. There's a difference, isn't there?
Oh, they're doing it. Like I said, every week I'm going to get him closer and closer and closer.
Yeah, but the thing is, your thing with I don't know what his position was. I never said it's not possible. I'm pretty sure that somebody can create chemtrails. Yeah, I'm just saying, are they actually doing it? Are these airplanes that are flying by purposely leaving chemicals so that in the air for whatever nefarious reasons? I don't know.
GPAC, what are you talking about? Manny, isn't that what Ralph did to you earlier by telling you to research it and you kicked him? Who's telling me to research? What are you talking about? Retype that and clarify, please. So what's KDIP saying? KDIP saying they've got special chemtrail planes, true, which have got barrels of chemicals in the planes. Again, true.
Chemtrail. Well done, chemtrail.
Wake Up UK saying China is making fake suns. I don't know about that. I've not.
Yeah. They've made 100%. I watched the documentary. They made, but it can only last for a split second at the moment. But they're creating light that is so powerful that it's the same power as the sun. Crazy, mad stuff that's going on. And that's only the stuff that we know. That's only the stuff that they've disclosed. Imagine what they've got behind the scenes.
Of course.
Remember at the time, because I remember a long time ago, there used to be all these reports about UFOs going over certain parts of America, like Arizona and places like that, and they'd say it's got 3 dots here, and it's like a triangle. Guess what that was?
Go on.
The stealth bomber. Have you seen the stealth bomber?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So now we're used to seeing it, but that stealth bomber was revolutionary in terms of the way it looked, the fact that it was stealthy, and to anybody seeing it from the outside, it would have looked like an alien spaceship. So we don't know what the hell is going on behind these freaking closed doors. We have no clue. Yeah, what's going on? I'd love to know, man.
Would you want to know?
That's the thing.
Sorry, I'm saying it for the one reason is because Dave Smith earlier was like he thought that maybe our people were too stupid to understand or maybe want to know.
I think ignorance sometimes can be bliss. I think certain people can listen to this information and be able to digest it and maybe rationalize. Other people go doolally and probably take it because if you look at what they're doing in robots here, have you seen their advancement? What's it called? Boston Dynamics done in robot technology over the last freaking 20 years. It's insane. Now they're freaking flipping and jumping, and before, when I remember when they first did it, they could barely walk, and now they're traversing these real kind of intricate kind of corridors and all that kind of stuff. Everything.
Gentlemen, I have to go. I'm the stream
anyway.
Thank you.
Big up to everybody, man.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Raj, for coming on. Thank you for all the other people coming on, whether I like them or not. It was all good. I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.
Take care.
See you. Bye. And thank you to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you joining us.
From now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!